I'm fired up. The YouTubes. That is crazy. Oh my God. Well, that's a fun little behind the scenes for everyone who's listening on the podcast. Oh my God, that is.
I mean, you're gonna have to get the YouTube family up to speed. Let them know what happened.
No, I'm definitely going to. That's a hilarious little YouTube usually gets kind of like the love, and then it feels like maybe the audio listeners maybe feel like they're like, they come second in line or something, but that one is just for them. Just to bring y'all up to speed on what was going on, I accidentally streamed to Twitch, so that happened for the first couple minutes. So if you want to hear the first 2-minute intro to this show, to this episode, go over to either Twitch or Spotify or Apple. But anyway, for you guys on YouTube, we got Jeremiah back. Jeremiah's been on the show 3 times. He was on the show with EP as well. I'm excited for him to be back and joining us. I think he has great takes. We didn't get to fully hear him go in when EP was on, or I wasn't able to. I think Mars and Ron had a show with them, so they already know what Jeremiah brings. But thank you, Jeremiah, for coming back.
Yes, sir. Of course. Happy to be here. Yeah. Happy to bust y'all up today.
And we got special guest, first time joining Players Choice. We got Chase. Chase, thank you for joining us, bro. Am I tripping, bro?
Yes.
I'm looking over. Oh, I'm an idiot. My bad. Oop. There we go. There's Chase. Bro, today is chaos. There is Chase. My bad, chat. I had 2. I was trying to take over the show with 2 cams. Oh my God. All right. I'm sorry. All right. You guys talk. My bad. How are you doing, bro?
No, I'm working on it now, bro.
Yo, Chase left.
No, he's here.
Y'all kicked Chase
out?
I'm
right here, right back.
He's here.
Oh, I'm about to say, y'all crazy.
It's chaos today.
This has been a crazy start.
It is for
Listen,
sure.
man, how many minutes are we in? Not even 10.
Y'all over here, and Jay's mad at me about working. Like, dang. There's all this nonsense. He's mad at me about opening this. God bless.
Yeah, this is.
I'm just bracing myself for Players Court. I already know this is about to be some crazy shit.
You cheated and you looked ahead?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, with everything that's going on. What do you mean me cheated, bro? Are you serious? Players Court.
Asking.
When have
I don't know. I don't know if you cheated or not. I'm asking if you cheated. That's all I'm asking. I'm not accusing you of nothing. See, now I see you have a guilty conscience.
Dub.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
This guy, out of anybody, who's been cheated the most in Players Court?
Yeah, you better walk away, Dub.
Me.
No.
If we gonna be real, me.
No.
Talking about 11 or 12 first-round exits. That's wild.
Most of them are just the fact.
You just the Sacramento Kings of this thing.
I got a chip though. Gotta pick somebody
yeah,
else.
That's right.
I got a couple of them things.
Wow. Del, what's good, bro?
What's the word? I'm ready.
Balenciaga hat on?
Stop.
What? What?
Stop. Be not. Stop.
I'm just commenting on the wardrobe.
All right, thanks. I had the same hat on last show. Now you want to see the logo.
I just saw the logo, so I don't know if I've seen it last time. Wow. Chase said that he didn't have smoke for you, but I think he had a question for you, Dale.
I just want to know. I ain't watched no shows recently. I just want to know your take on KD getting swept. Because you say he's the best. He
is. He still is to me.
But why is he the best and he lost? Like,
what was he the best when he won to you?
I could see you saying in 2018 he was best player. I still don't think so. LeBron was, but I could.
But right. So the same. You said you could see it because he won, but you still thought Braun was and Braun lost.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. KD came up little in the last series. LeBron didn't come up.
Yeah, he played terrible. He played horrible, atrocious. But that before game don't define his basketball game as a whole.
So what makes Giannis not the best player if he's coming off a Finals MVP and he just beat KD?
I still think, but I don't determine on who won the Finals MVP or who won this or won that. That's never been Me.
So what makes
Like-
KD right now?
Because I still think he plays basketball better than Giannis.
The same thing that made KD the best before the playoffs is what makes KD the best now.
Okay, I get it. I don't agree, but I get it.
Yo, I totally forgot. It's Mother's Day, y'all. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, soon to be mothers.
Word.
That's crazy. I totally forgot. I did actually call my mom today, so I didn't forget it was Mother's Day. I just forgot to say it on the show. So if there's any mothers who watch Player's Choice, man, shout out to y'all. Treat yourself today. I hope that your kids make today the best day ever.
We love you.
We
and
love
they
you.
And we happy for the hard work y'all put in.
You is smart. You is important.
You
let's
Lord.
Great.
Yo, Mars, is it Mother's Day in the
That's
UK?
a great movie.
Mother's Day in the UK was like 2 months ago. So.
Yeah, Mother's Day in like the country where my mom is at is like not for another 3 weeks or so, I think. So
I never knew until recently they were on different days. I thought it was like universal.
Father's Day is the same though, I think.
It should be in June then, right?
I don't know. But
damn.
June is Father's Day is June. June. Mars, he said, "Damn." Thought that was funny.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's get into this. This is so nasty. I am so sorry. It's gonna be chaos today, but that is Player's Choice, baby. Dallas. Thank God. Series 2-1. They got the home win. I mean, that's kind of, I think, expected. You should get the dub at home. But it was a convincing win in my eyes. Jalen Brunson came back to life, scored 28. Luka almost getting a triple-double, 26, 13, and 9. Jay Crowder leading the Suns and scoring with 19 points. I did not know that he was leading the Suns in 19 points. And Euro actually saw him hit a three-pointer live for the first time in his life. So that's
five
great.
of them joints too, man. Or how many he hit? I saw all of those. I was like, wow.
That's fire. I am not apparently a true fan because I didn't tap in until like the second half. So, but I still got to watch the end of the game, see them catch the dub. I still am standing on the take that I think this goes to 6 or 7 games, and I still think Dallas pulls this out. It was looking nasty for the first 2, but Mars, tell me why I'm crazy.
I mean, I'm the only one up here, I think, who said Mavs in 7 from the start. I mean, part of it is blind faith and hoping that we don't have to see the Suns in the conference finals. But I also believe in Jalen Brunson, especially in home games. Like we saw him, most role players or guys like that, they play better in home games than on the road. So Jalen Brunson, he can play good again today. I think it gets tied 2-2. And then from there, it's just best of 3. And in a best of 3 situation, I'm probably going to bet on the best player on the court. So I'm going to take Luka over the Suns.
They have to tie this series up because you got to get that second home win. Jeremiah, have you? I don't remember when you were on a couple weeks ago, but did you already pick a winner of? Oh, I don't even think that this round started. Who did you have in this series going into this beginning of the series?
So before the playoffs started, I picked Suns in 6. Before this series started, though, I switched up to Mavs in 7. So I'm with Mars. I think one thing that gets underrated in the NBA, and like you can see this historically, is like if you have the best player in the court, like your chances of winning the series just go way up. Like Mars said, they got to tie it 2-2 tonight, but I think the Mavs are just a consistent second star away from being a championship contender. So when Jalen Brunson can step up and score 28, you saw it in the first round. Like when he had it going, the Mavs are super tough to beat. So I still got Mavs in 7. Obviously, they got to pull it out game 4. But
how much did they win by?
It was like 9, wasn't it?
It was kind of a comfortable win, but I don't know what the point was.
Comfortable.
I got you.
It was comfortable. Like, I didn't think there was a time where the Suns were gonna win. They won by 9.
Okay.
I'm confused off of all of this Dallas Mavericks love all of a sudden. I'm for it. I really am. I agree with Jeremiah. I told y'all in the chat. Luka's one superstar away, co-star away from competing for championships, bro. Like people really not acknowledging that. But this year's not this year. Jay, I don't even know why you even trying to open up this bag, bro. Y'all won a road game, and I get it, bro. You're a fan and everything, but I really don't see.
Well, we didn't win a road game.
They won
I
a
mean, a
home
home
game.
game. Oh, y'all won a home game. I really don't see y'all beating Dallas Mavericks at all. They just have the better team.
Chase,
Dub's still drunk.
yeah, for sure. Chase, have
Dallas aren't beating the Dallas Mavericks. That's what you just said.
I said Dallas aren't beating the Dallas Mavericks. My bad.
That's crazy. And then someone in the
Dallas
chat
aren't
said
beating the
facts,
Phoenix
Dub.
Suns.
So he was out drinking with you. Chase, have you been tapped into the series, Chase? Oh my
I
gosh.
have. I actually. Can you see me? Oops.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I've been back and forth because I really like Luka, and I agree with what they said in terms of I think he's a second star away, and agree with Mars. I don't like the Suns is just nasty. I don't like seeing the Suns going deep, but I got the Suns in 7. I think that Luka this isn't his time yet. I think he's got about a year more before he's like really I see him contending for a championship. I think he'll pull off. He's good enough to win at least 2 games by himself. And if he can get a game from Jalen Brunson where he can get another 25, 30 points. So I can see it going 7, but I just don't see Chris Paul. Chris Paul seems like he's too motivated to win this. He's trying to get his championship because I think this is the last year. This is the last chance Chris has. So I have the Suns winning in 7.
Dell?
I keep going back and forth, but because I just love Luka and Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
I'll text the group chat later. I don't know.
Wait, so at the beginning of the series, did you have the Suns? Oh no. Do we keep losing, Dell?
I'm scared.
Oh, you're
Can you
back.
hear
You're
me?
back. Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Today is the only game of the Mavs I'm afraid of. I thought they was gonna win game 1 in Phoenix, but I wasn't afraid for game 2. I knew they'll win game 3, but today I'm like, I think they'll lose today. So this is why I'm like, I'm scared.
It's in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Right, because
Yeah.
If they lose today, it's over.
Yeah,
The
I
game
agree.
is- The series over, bro.
I agree. That would be nasty.
But I got faith.
I don't think they lose at home. Period.
Luka's gonna
Let's hope.
play great. It all comes down to the surrounding pieces. This is the first game. You gotta understand, like they went up against the Utah Jazz, bro. So it's easy for guys like Jalen Brunson to get off like that. Then we had a couple games as well. But
Well,
this
it was easy because Luka wasn't there the first couple of games, though. That helped them.
too, but even when Luka was there, they were still balling out doing their thing. You feel me? This is the Phoenix Suns, and it's a whole different type of monster, bro. Like Jalen Brunson is gonna have to work for his shots harder than what he did in Utah. So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't see a chance for you guys because Luka's gonna be Luka. Who's gonna be that next guy up? I don't trust Jalen Brunson. He's good. I don't trust Jalen Brunson to be that next guy up, though. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that defensive take because Utah was beating the hell out of that man.
What? Jalen?
Brunson. Yeah.
Bro, they was taking turns beating them up. The
Okay.
Mavericks. was
Okay.
taking
Yeah,
turns.
but
It
let's
was
not act like they
Brunson,
weren't
it was
playing good
Luka.
defense on Brunson. Brunson was just making shots.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I don't see why you think that he can't do that with this team, or like he would have a tougher time
Because it's
like
the
with
Phoenix
this
Suns.
lineup.
That's why.
But he was making tough shots. It's not like he was
I-
playing against no defense.
Listen, I
That's-
don't care if the team is better. If you get beat up, if you look at what Royce O'Neal tried to do to him, you not like, you know what I mean? I don't know what you're saying. That has nothing to do with defense. That's them clotheslining him, you know what I mean? Pushing him in
Are
the
you-
back, elbowing
So
him, and all kinds of.
You think that just because they're fouling him hard that they're playing better defense?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
Sounds
if
like
you
it.
no, what I'm saying is like if you go in there and all you do is your game plan is to just rough him up, that has nothing to do with defense. That's just like you trying to rough him up to knock him off his pivot.
That's not
I
what
think
I
what
said.
Dub is saying that Phoenix is a collectively better defensive team than Utah, not just the one part.
That's
You know what I'm
cool,
saying?
but that's cool. But Brunson's performance is not predicated on that. They can be a better collective team, and like he can have a better offensive output than he did against Utah, for example, just because like the defensive scheme that the Utah Jazz run versus the Mavs is different than what the team that's playing right now is running. Like you don't know what's what. It's also like you said, Dale, Luka is now in the mix. for all games and not just for, you know what I mean, like 3, 4 or whatever. So like that changes everything.
Angle. Right, I understand that angle, but and to what Dub was saying, I'm just saying he's basically saying that like it's gonna be more difficult. Luka's back, and the Suns are a better collective defense than just him breaking down with.
With the perimeter defense on the Utah Jazz, what he's about to say is them breaking down and playing 5 out and what they did to destroy the Utah Jazz defense. That's not going to happen with the Phoenix Suns, and that's what they were doing. It has nothing to do with roughing up. It's just this is a tougher defensive assignment than it was.
Do you think Brunson would have went off if Luka had been there the entire series?
I mean, yeah, I think he would have played well. I think he would have played well.
No, I'm not talking about well. I'm talking about went off the way that he did.
Going off? What? His first game you had like 20 something, right?
I think he averaged like 28 for the series.
28 for the series? He would have been fine. He would have been fine.
Luka on the team, Brunson would have averaged 28.
Oh, you said if Luka was on there the whole time?
That's what I'm saying. It's completely different. This is a non-comparable situation.
He would have been fine regardless.
I'm not talking about fine. I'm asking you if he would have had the same offensive output.
He could have put up 22, 24.
That's a huge difference, is it not?
A huge difference. It's not a drop off if you have a co-star there next to you. And you still
of course, it's not a drop off when you look at the team, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about his individual performance. It's impacted by Luka being on the court.
He was performing well with Luka there, so I don't even know how.
I'm not talking about performing with Dub. Are you listening to what I'm saying, bro?
I'm trying to. It's not making sense to me, bro.
All right, well, we can move on.
All right, let's talk about the Sixers Heat series. Sixers get to pick up one game in the series. I think it's 2-1 now. Miami. Masked Embiid returned to the court. 18 points, 11 boards. Danny Green and Tyrese Maxey each putting up 21. Jimmy Buckets scored 33 and 9. Dub, talk to me.
Oh, that was the game we lost, right?
Yep, that was the last game.
Yeah, it happens. It's fine. We'll win.
So there's no concerns based on what you just saw.
I see. This is my problem with people, bro. I don't care if.
Wait, hold on, Dub. Why would it be a concern though?
It's not. That's what I'm about to get into.
I see. First of all, when Embiid comes back, slight concern. If one of the best bigs in the league comes back, that's a concern. Your whole team's offense was terrible. Besides Jimmy Butler, that's a concern. Because the half-court offense hasn't been good the whole year.
It's not a concern if for 2 games it's been good. Because for 2 games it's been okay. You don't. They're not gonna come in there and try to change their whole dynamic based on what happened in Game 3. Only thing they got to be really not even concerned, but understand that Joel Embiid is back, and that's it.
But their offense hasn't been good the whole year. This isn't new. It's not this is a
and they got
game.
first in the East, so something's working.
Yeah, their defense is good, but their defense hasn't had to face Joel Embiid this series. So there's got to be some, maybe not concern, but something you got to think about.
There's no concern at all. At the end of the day, when you got to understand with the Philadelphia Sixers, at the end of the day, these is NBA teams, bro. Regardless if Joel Embiid is there, it's not. These is NBA teams, so. We was up 2-0. So
with DeAndre Jordan playing. But let's not get into
we was up 2-0.
Yeah, okay.
So Philly, you going into the game, you're like, no, we're gonna try everything we can to not go down 3-0. Because at the end of the day, we about to get post-stars. So they're gonna play with more fire, more ferocity. You feel me? That's exactly what happened. It is what it is. You can't sweep everybody, bro.
I'm not saying sweep everybody. I'm saying the fact that besides Jimmy Butler, your team's offense was
fine. It's fine.
Is Tyler Herro still a good offensive player?
He's a good offensive player.
All right. So there's one game. Everybody's not gonna play good.
I'm not saying they're gonna play good because I wasn't when the Warriors lost to the Grizzlies in Game 2. I wasn't concerned. The issue I have is I still think the Heat are gonna win. By the way, just to put that out there. But if we're watching the Heat, who I have said from the whole season, their offense is their only concern, and then I see. The first game Embiid comes back, the Heat have their worst offensive game, not only of the series, but of the playoffs. There might be a room for concern there. Duncan Robinson can't even get on the court for whatever reason. That's a slight concern.
Why?
Because if you need offense, Duncan Robinson is offense.
There? He's a shooter. He plays one
Yeah,
thing. That's his archetype.
That's offense. That's offense.
It's a part of offense, but you got
Yes.
Kyle Lowry there who could do his thing.
He
PJ
was,
Tucker.
he didn't look good in
he
his
could
first game
shoot.
back.
Jimmy Butler there. Jimmy Butler, Tyler Herro, they both could work in the half court. Like Kyle Lowry could even work in the half court. It's nothing to reconsider. Bam Adebayo is an underrated player in the post as well. I'm not worried about that, honestly. We have weapons all over. It is. We had a bad game. There's nothing to concern me about, honestly.
Jeremiah, tap in.
So I do want to fight back with Mars a little bit on the idea that the Heat's offense isn't good. Like you can double check this. I'm pretty sure they had a top 10 offense all year. I think they don't have necessarily a super duper star. So maybe in crunch time or whatever the case may be, their offense could slow down a little bit. But I do want to fight back on that point. I picked the Heat in 5 before the series. 5 or 6 is still my prediction here. I still think the Heat are going to win. I do think that, if you are a Heat fan, though, you should be concerned. Like the moment Joel Embiid came back, the Sixers really looked like the better team all night in that game 3 to me. Like there really wasn't a point in that game where I felt like the Heat were going to win it. So I do think that the Sixers should be concerned, or the Heat should be concerned, but I'm still picking them to win the series in 5 or 6.
I agree with we have to be concerned with Joel Embiid 100%, but that's the only concern we have to be worried about. We'll see what next game brings,
I mean, that's fair. I still think you're underselling it. There's a reason that the moment Joel came back, Danny Green started to percolate a little bit. I think superstars, obviously, they bring their own numbers, they bring their own individual success, but they also help out, all the role players around them too. So if I was a Heat fan, I would be concerned. I would be less concerned about what Joel Embiid specifically, because you don't have a matchup for him. There's really nothing you can do about a player that good. I would be more concerned about what his presence could mean for the other players on Philly's roster, as far as how much better they shoot the ball, how much better they play, how many extra opportunities they get.
I feel what you're saying, and the collection of talent with the superstar of Joel Embiid is definitely going to help the pieces around. But like I told Mars, the main reasoning for us losing that game, it's, as I said, it's Philadelphia. They went into it. They was about to go down 3-0. At the end of the day, bro, they're a playoff NBA team, and they're not trying to have that happen. So, of course, those are the games where, you're going to try to bring a little extra oomph to it, and that's what happened, and we caught the short end of the stick. It is what it is,
Okay.
Joel will be coming back. Go ahead.
What's your prediction for the series? Heat in
maybe 6 or 7. I won't sell.
Okay, I mean, that implies that you're concerned, though, if you think it might go to 7, right?
It doesn't imply anything. I think we'll win. Just because I understand that they're a good team, I understand that they have good collection.
So if it goes to 3-3, if it goes to 3-3, you have no concern.
I don't care.
If a game 7 doesn't concern you, I don't know.
It doesn't concern me.
Wait, so why would he have a concern if he picked 7 from the beginning?
I understand.
I don't think he had. I don't know if he had 7 at the beginning, but I think the game 7's a concern.
It's 6.
Bro,
I don't care.
There's a difference between a prediction and then when your team is actually in that 3-3 game 7 situation. Then it's like
I don't know.
But the thing is, if you pick a prediction.
I was saying if I pick
Wi-Fi
a prediction,
hate still.
If I pick a prediction of Miami in 7, and the way it's looking, it's about to go to 7, and I have faith in the Miami Heat to win in that 7th game, there's nothing for me to be concerned about, because I already know that this is going to happen, because this is what I believe. If we was down 2-1, then I would be concerned. But we're up. We won both home games.
But down 2-1, it could still go to 7, and that I don't get it.
No, because that means we lost a game on the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we're down, so that really would concern me. Right now, everything's playing out the way I think it should play out.
So you think you're gonna win you think you're gonna win every home game in the series?
I don't know. I want to say that. But what we've seen so far, everything's happening the way it should be.
Okay, I get that.
Jake Mackey donated through the super chat, said, "I told you, Mars, to look out. Are we sure KD's top 5?" But I wanted to get to these last two because they are in regards to this series. It's about damn time. Miami's offense is not that impressive. Don't count Philly out that easy, because if they tie up the series, Miami got problems. And then Slim said Harden will make a resurgence, in my opinion. Thoughts?
I'm
That's
off
cap.
Harden, bro.
That's cap.
Bro, I think he played well last game. Like nothing, it's not like the Harden that we were used to seeing a couple years ago, whatever. But playmaker Harden, he looked better than he has been. So that's positive for Philly fans, I think. And I think if he continues that play and can build off of that in this series, then I think, I don't know, resurgence, I don't know if that would be a good word, but Philly just becomes dangerous.
Stop believing in Harden.
I just feel like we need to adjust our expectations for Harden at this point. Like, people are saying that he's underperforming, and he is if your expectation for him is, 30, 11, and 6, like he was averaging when he was a superstar. But I don't feel like he's at that level anymore. I feel like people just need to update their expectations for him. I think he's playing fine. Obviously, he played better in Game 3. But again, that goes back to what I said before. Having the best player on the court back helps, everybody on the Phillies roster play a little better. So
really quick, you said he's not at that level. So are you saying that his capability or his ability has dropped off, or do you think it's a role thing?
I think a little bit of both. I think he doesn't quite have the burst he used to. He's not, especially like the percentage, like I think I was looking at this the other day, like the biggest thing that has changed in his game is he's just not taking as many attempts in the rim restricted area as he was in his superstar days. I think could be age, that could be lingering hamstring. I don't know how healthy that is. He's lost a little burst. Other than that, I wouldn't say his ability has changed. The rest of it is role. I think when he got to Philly and even when he was with the Nets, he kind of got in that playmaker, point guard, Harden mindset, because obviously you're playing with, some great scorers. So you need to adjust your game a little bit. When I say that can't get to that level, I just mean I don't see him as a superstar anymore and superstar like top 5, top 6 player. And I don't think he will ever be that. I also don't think the Philadelphia 76ers need him to be that in order to be successful, though. So it's not necessarily a big deal, but I think his days of being a top 5, top 6 player in the league, those are probably done.
Yo, Chase, what are your thoughts on James Harden? I just read the craziest chat. Sorry.
I think I wouldn't say James Harden. He's definitely not a superstar anymore. For me, like on the whole, what Dub just said, I don't understand him not being concerned in a Game 7. I feel like anybody would be concerned. But like for Philly, like James Harden doesn't have to be 30-something, but he can't also give you 20 points with shooting 30% from the floor and 30% from 3. Like if he's gonna be that playmaker, then he has to be way more efficient, at least to me. And like if I was like Miami, I still have Miami in 6. But like for me, from how bad Miami's playing, like offensively, I would be more concerned about next series because the way Miami's playing, I don't see them beating Milwaukee or Boston with the efficiency because Boston plays just as good of defense as Miami and they have better scores. And I just believe in both team, Milwaukee and Boston scores better than Miami's. And I just think that James Harden at like the level, like I just think his efficiency is bad. And I think a lot of that has come from his body. Like he doesn't have that burst, but it doesn't help when he has all that extra like weight on him because he doesn't take care of his body in the offseason. And he shows up out of shape and we have to watch him try to play back into shape. But when you're 33 years old, it's a lot harder to do that than when you're in your prime at 29. And then also playing with Joel Embiid, I think that helps him out a lot too. That opens the game. But I don't see Danny Green having 21 points again shooting like he's like I just don't believe Danny Green. And Tyrese Maxey, he's good, but I just think he's too inconsistent right now for me to say that they can win this series.
Del, I don't know if we've asked you or heard you talk about this, at least to my knowledge. Is it ability or role that we're seeing this James Harden that we're seeing right now?
Oh, I think it's more so role. I don't think his ability to play basketball the way he plays basketball has left him. He still take the same step back. Of course, it's not going in, but I don't think he changed his form. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he changed his form. I don't think any of that. And I think more so next year, with a full training camp full him hearing what everybody's saying, full time to motivate himself. And he still got ways to go left in this series. So I'm not going to take it as people saying James Harden is done, he's finished. I'm not going to take it that far at all. Like, it's still a lot of great basketball left for James Harden. A down year, people might say this year he still was an all-star. So I think he'll figure it out.
Dale, you said it's mostly role with Harden. So do you feel like if he had to be like a team's number one option, number one whatever piece, do you think he could get back to that superstar level he was at?
I don't think I still view James Harden, but not the same as Houston. But I like when you guys say superstar level, I think James Harden is still a superstar. You see what I'm saying? Like, is he playing like one right now? No, but I still think James Harden is a superstar. Like, you can't. I think people strip people from their title way too fast, or like just way too fast. Like, so I think next year going into a full training camp, understanding everything, he'll be fine and he'll be back to his old self.
I mean, I guess I don't necessarily fully disagree with that. When would you say the last time we saw Harden at like his superstar level? Because I would argue he wasn't that in Brooklyn.
Last year, for sure.
I saw James Harden before he got traded in like a 6-game span, average like 28, 9, and 8, 7 rebounds with Brooklyn Nets, 30, 27. He was playing very good basketball. I want to say this was like December, maybe January. I don't know when. Like
this was last year.
I'm talking about this season, though. I'm talking about this season.
Oh, this season? Oh,
this season, like 6-7 game span, and even when he first got to Philly,
I think that's the last time I seen him in Brooklyn. Playing that James Harden-esque role. He was like an MVP candidate last year.
That's a fact.
Kyrie. So James Harden this year, maybe the hamstring did hurt him up a little bit. But yeah, that was the last time I seen like superstar type James Harden. But Jeremiah, you said that you don't think he'll ever be a top 5 player again, right?
Correct. I think his days as a top 5 player are probably over.
Dale, do you think he could be a top 5 player?
Bro, I agree.
Oh, that's tough. That is tough. That is tough.
Too many young.
He's not the best player on his team. Yeah, that's very tough.
He'll be lucky to be top 10 again, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's fine. And that's fine because he can still be.
I'm not going that far just as yet. I'm sorry.
So what's the superstar cutoff, Dale? Like, how many players would you consider like Jason Tatum and superstar?
You see, this is the thing. Jason Tatum, he could be playing as good as people might think or seem, and I love Jason Tatum, but Jason Tatum isn't a superstar yet.
I agree.
So you see what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys are implanting people that hasn't even done what James Harden is doing just over him because he's having a bad series or he's been playing rusty.
Nah,
like,
I agree.
So,
like, or either that, but like, what's the cutoff? Like you think it's like 6-7 players?
I'll try to name them to see, like, because I still have James Harden as a superstar. Kyrie Irving is a superstar. People might hate to hear it, but Kyrie Irving is a superstar. Kyrie, James, Luka, of course, Braun, Jokic, Embiid, KD. Am I missing anyone?
Steph.
Why?
Steph.
Devin
Kawhi.
Booker. I know you're high on Devin Booker.
Devin Booker's not
I'm hot, but Devin Booker's not a superstar either.
What about CP?
CP is a superstar. Like it's a different cachet when you say it. Like I guess it's a longevity thing. Is he like at the superstar level of MVP,
You include
CP?
marketability too, to a degree.
Right.
Exactly. I do. Yeah.
I'm with that.
Is Russell Westbrook a superstar?
No.
I think Russell Westbrook is a superstar.
Okay.
See, that one's so
Like,
weird to me.
Wilson?
That one's so weird to me.
But I'm not. You're basing it on how they're like playing and their game.
No, that's why I asked Russ. I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm talking about the entirety of when you say Russell Westbrook. Of course, he had a horrible year, but
Right. No, I know.
Russ,
I know
like,
how you're defining it.
What about a young player? Hold on. What about a young player that has all the makings of a superstar and that he's playing like a superstar right now, but he just hasn't been in the league long enough?
Jason
like
Tatum,
Morant.
like a Jason Tatum as well. You're right.
Like, but it's a class for that. It's like you label them as up and
rising
comers.
star.
See what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
Rising stars like Ja Morant, Tatum, even
Trae
Zion
Young.
Williamson when he was doing his thing. Trae Young, Devin Booker's still trying
Luka's
to
a
finesse his
superstar
way
right
in
now
there.
for you?
So why is Luka a superstar, but guys like Tatum?
Wait. He didn't answer that.
Because Luka is different.
Luka is for sure different.
Luka is different. We're not gonna do that.
I think here's the reason why too is because when you see like who the NBA is pushing to, it goes to the play and it goes to the marketability, like we were talking about. They're pushing Luka more than, and it feels like 10 times more than they're pushing a Trae Young, a Jason Tatum.
You know
But Luka has also been back-to-back first team All NBA. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like Luka has the he has the things.
They can't market something if the person isn't performing. The reason why Luka's doing that, look at the little stat that they have, bro. He has like the best stats, better than Michael Jordan, bro. It's just crazy. He's an all NBA player already. They're pushing Luka not just because they want to, it's because of what he's doing. He's that guy, bro. He's doing phenomenal things at a young age. You have to push people like that. You can't push Zion because he's not even on the court.
And I forgot Giannis.
Yeah.
Giannis, yeah.
So you have like 11, 12.
Where's Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball?
I think both of them have rooms to become a superstar in this league, but right now you're not like, no one's viewing them as superstar because, to be honest, everybody I just named, I didn't name Tatum, I didn't name Trae Young. Tatum is getting closer.
You didn't name AD.
I didn't name AD, and I view Anthony Davis is a superstar as well to me with that same cachet. They're viewed differently. Like, of course, LaMelo just didn't make the play-in, but people are not talking to him. When you're a superstar and you don't do good in the playoffs, it's being talked about every single year. They're more so talking about your legacy than anything else.
What's Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler's not a superstar.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. Like every player from the Braun to the AD to the Giannis, like all these players, if win or lose, playoff game performance, it's all about their legacy from here on out. Every superstar that I believe I named, everything Kyrie Irving went through. Oh, look at Kyrie's legacy. Of course, KD getting swept, legacy talk. Giannis on his verge if he could win back-to-back, legacy talk. Chris Paul, if you don't perform and you lose, damn, when are you going to get a ring? Legacy talk. I feel like all of those players that James Harden, like, what you doing? Legacy talk. Like, y'all say he's not a superstar, but if you switch James Harden out right now with, let's say, Jalen Brown, the pressure of Philly and all that stuff wouldn't be there because people are not viewing Jalen Brown as a superstar as yet next to another superstar, Embiid. So I think
they put
it's all
pressure
that
on anyone. I don't think they give a shit if you're a superstar or not.
But even no. Even look at Ben Simmons. They thought he was on the cusp of becoming one of those things. You see what I'm saying? And like that. Like look at like Tobias Harris. Like I don't think he feels as much pressure as a James Harden does.
Mm-hmm.
So what about Dame?
Dame's a superstar to me as well. I'm sorry.
There you go, Var.
But Dame doesn't get this legacy talk.
Yeah,
he for sure does. You talking about him crazy, bro.
I'm the only one. Everyone else just says it's not his fault.
Everybody's talking about his playoffs.
Everybody talks about him.
All I hear is Dame's that guy.
He is that guy.
It's not his fault. So then, who calls Dame a loser?
I've heard so many people say that, Mars. So many.
The only thing people probably won't say about Dame because they view Dame as a loner in everything he does. They never seen Dame have like a supreme co-star like everybody I just named. Like Dame's best co-star was CJ.
No,
LaMarcus Aldridge was better.
Okay, LaMarcus Aldridge, but that was young Dame as well. He got out. LaMarcus got out of there. Look at it. James had Embiid, KD, Kyrie. Braun had Russ, AD. Dame never had another superstar next to him. I think everybody on the list I just named, other than Luka, which is insane, other than Luka, had another superstar with them.
Well, yeah, it's
I
because
agree.
Luka's only been in the NBA for what?
Right, exactly. But I'm just saying, right.
Right. All right, let's move on to the Bucks Celtics series. Josh said thoughts on everyone on the Celtics flopping, so we're gonna get to that. Slim PCL tapping in. The Legion has entered the chat. There's another faction that I have no idea about, but they just continue to create them in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, make sure you go over there and just create whatever faction you want. Apparently. Bucks pull out a close game against the Celtics, go up 2-1. Al Horford's tipping at the buzzer to send the game into overtime, gets waved off. Giannis has a bounce-back game with 42, 12, and 8. Jalen Brown, 27, 12. Al Horford, 22, 16. Jason Tatum struggling with only 10 points, 4 of 19 shooting. Mars, I did not watch this game. Fill me in.
I enjoyed the game. It was a lot of missed threes from both teams. Giannis was great. The Boston Celtics are trying to play him straight up one-on-one. It's not working at all. What I'll say about Boston is the only way I see them winning this series is if they make their threes. The Bucks are forcing them to take open threes, and they're betting on guys. Al Horford was crazy yesterday, but they're betting on guys like Grant Williams, Jalen Brown, even Jason Tatum to some extent, just to make threes. That's their game plan. Either you make them or you miss them. They live with the results. With the Bucks, I don't like Drew Holiday taking as many shots as he did, but he made a big shot down the stretch. Well, big shot to win the game, basically. But I don't think he should be taking as many shots as Giannis under any circumstances. But they got the win, so that's what that matters.
So, are we not concerned about the Bucks defense or the Bucks defense? Are we not concerned about the Celtics defense anymore? Did Giannis just like shatter that entire thing?
I think they'll adjust to it again. They tried to, because they played him straight up in game 2 in the first half and it worked, and then he figured it out in the second half. So I guess they just bet on it working again, and it didn't. But
I think
if
the
anything,
Celtics...
the Boston have showed me they can adjust.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they start sending more bodies Giannis's way in game 4, and then just turn him into more of a playmaker. Force guys like Pat Connaughton to make threes. Like, it's going to be a chess match.
Got you. Euro, were you tapped into this last game?
I only saw the last quarter. I do like Boston being like showing some resilience. I like them coming back. I think they were up by 1 with like 44 seconds to go or something like that. So, I mean, it was unfortunate for them to, have that last shot waved off, the tip in by Al Horford. It's a great series though, man. That's my biggest takeaway, I guess,
Jeremiah, you've been paying attention to this series?
Yes. I think, like Mark said, the Celtics, especially in game 3, their game plan seemed to be like, let Giannis do Giannis things. We can't stop him anyway. Just kind of hold down the role players and things like that. It's not really working, in my opinion. I'm also with Mars. I think they need to do the opposite. I would be sending bodies at Giannis every chance I get, and force Pat Connaughton, force Drew Holiday, force whoever else to beat me, because I already know Giannis could beat me. So I think they'll probably, I would imagine that it'll be a huge game plan shift from game 3 to game 4. I imagine they'll start showing Giannis some bodies.
So you don't think the fact that can you hear me, JD?
Yeah, I was about to say something, then you started talking. I said, go ahead.
Oh, you don't think the fact of, like you guys saying, change your full game plan? They was down what, like by 12. They came back
15,
whatever.
I think
15. Okay, what Giannis doing up 1 with 40 something seconds left. You don't think their game plan in a way kind of worked? No, but are you just looking at the final score or in totality? Because the fact of the matter is, no matter the foul, I think Marcus Smart should have got three free throws.
100%.
Just
100%.
all those little tidbit, and Giannis is still dominating the game. You got Drew Holiday
and
JT didn't play well at all. You got Drew taking 30 shots, which Mark said I don't like it all either. So for the most part, if you break it down, all right, Giannis, get your 50. I think they feel okay with Giannis doing that, and they still having a chance to win without Jason Tatum there at all, actually.
I mean, I just think that their hand is going to be forced. They've lost. I feel like they've had the same strategy for all three of the first three games, and they're down 2-1. I feel like it's just the pressure because obviously you can't let the Bucks go up 3-1. You can't. I feel like you can't go into Game 4 with the same game plan that you had the first three games that got you down 2-1. Like,
well,
I
you
just
also
feel like
got to
their
think
hand is gonna be forced.
Giannis in percentage wise, this is the first game he shot terrible. He shot a bad percentage and they lost by the most points. The second game they won. Giannis shot terrible again. The third game he shot amazingly and they lost by like 3 or 4 points. So this is the only game you could go to saying the plan of whatever they're doing for Giannis percentage wise on how he shot from the field didn't quote unquote work. Because game 1 and 2, Giannis was not. He averaged 5 or 6 turnovers the first 2 games. Last night he had like 3 or 4, or the last game.
Yeah, so he had 5 turnovers game 1, shot 36% from the field, 54 from free throw.
Right.
Game 2. Oh, why is this so slow? Giannis, 40.7 from the field, 55.6 from the free throw, 6 turnovers. And then last night, obviously, dominated.
So I think what Dell's saying, right, is when we look at the totality of everything, the Boston Celtics in the defensive scheme still worked. Just because
still had a chance to win.
Yeah, they had a chance to win. It came down to close. Jason Tatum didn't have a good game and everything, but at the end of the day, it still did his job and made it a competitive game, which is all you can ask for. Giannis adjusted well. So you know what? I'm gonna just put my head down.
Which we thought he would have since game 2.
Exactly. He just saw, and I'm watching the game back. I'm looking at, he's just bully balling everybody. I was like, damn, Giannis, that's crazy.
I guess one of the points I want to make here is like, even despite the turnovers and percentages, I feel like Giannis is adjusting to the scheme. That's another reason they're gonna have to switch it up. I feel like he's played better each game of the series. Do you guys agree with that?
Nah, game 2 was bad.
I think game 1 he was better than game 2.
Me too.
I think game one Giannis wasn't bad. I think he missed a couple bunnies that he'd probably want back. But overall, I think
he missed a couple bunnies.
Yeah, bunnies like easy layups around the rim.
Okay.
But when you said Boston have been playing him the same way the whole series, I kind of pushed back on that because I think game 1 they showed him bodies and that's why he got however many assists he got. I don't know how many he had. But they were trying to play Giannis how they played KD. That's how I saw it in game 1.
Yeah.
And Giannis picked that apart in my eyes. That's why I think he played well. And then game 2, they played him straight up. And then they saw that he was struggling, especially in the first half. And I think that's why they tried to stick with that game plan for game 3. But I think Giannis has adjusted to that game plan. I don't know if they want to stick with that because the game was close or they want to maybe go back to what they did in game 1, even though they lost. I don't know what they want to do, but I think something has to be tweaked a little bit.
Yeah, adjustments will be made, but I'm not going to sit here and think they're like looking at the drawing board and scribbling stuff based on them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Adjustments for sure will be made, but they lost a game. They was up 1 with 40-some seconds left. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bucks, like both, it's a dogfight. Like, other than game 1, I would say, and like game 1 still felt like a dogfight and Bucks won. Game 2 felt like a dogfight and Boston when they're battling, man, and it's good to see. I don't think much adjustments come, to be honest. They're gonna have to trust their game plan that got them as the best defense since January.
Tap in, Chase, and then I want to talk about this Warriors-Grizzlies series.
I say that like out of all the 2-1 series, like this is the most like where I feel like it's really not 2-1. Like I said, both games that Milwaukee won was like by an inch. I'm going with Milwaukee 7 because I picked them to win before the playoffs started, but that was pre-Chris was still there. But I think like it just comes down to like Jason Tatum has to be more consistent. Like if you're the team's best player, you can't give 10 points. And as we talk about where he's not a superstar yet, because we see this too often from Jason Tatum where he'll give you 40 and then the next night come back and shoot terrible. And it's just like it's the consistency factor. And for Jalen Brown, I feel like he's that number 2, and he's going to give you what consistently. But Jason Tatum can't keep going up and down. And I'm with Mars in terms of like I don't like Giannis played bad in game 2, I'd say, but I feel like a lot of the series Giannis is. I'll give credit to Robert Williams and Al Horford because they're playing good defense, but I feel like Giannis is missing a lot of shots that he normally doesn't miss, and I guess throwing by his element helps. But like I said, without Chris there, Giannis can have 40. You can have 40, 50, whatever it is. When Drew Holiday's shooting 30 shots, that's not a night that I'd say Milwaukee is proud hanging their hats on. But that's kind of what they need to win. And I don't see Drew as that second option. Like, Milwaukee needs Bobby Portis to get them 15, 16. They need Grayson to give them a couple threes in defense. And so I say Boston's in a pretty comfortable position, at least in terms of it's not like Milwaukee's just blowing them out every win. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know how much Milwaukee won game 2 by, but it wasn't more than 5 points, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was. Sure. I think Boston is in striking distance. I just think they need Jason Tatum to play better. I think relying on Grant Williams to be your third scorer is not a good position either. I think they need Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum to be that number 1 and number 2, especially if they want to take that next step and be real contenders. Because right now I think they're there. They just need Jason Tatum to be better.
Can I ask you guys something? Why come when it's Giannis? Oh, he's missing shots that he just.
I knew he was going to say this. I swear to God, I knew.
You thought 100%.
It too? Oh, bro, no, I didn't think it because I think I was saying that and people was negating it, but I knew for sure you would have said what you were going to say.
Why come it's sitting here that? But let's say Kevin Durant, for instance, is a whole different scenario for him. This is the inconsistencies that comes with people.
I mean, Giannis's shots around the rim. There's not been one jump shot I've taken where Giannis has took it and I was like, oh, that's a shot he normally makes. Giannis missed even yesterday. He missed like 3 wide open layups.
He's missing layups.
Okay,
so that's why I'm comfortable saying that's a shot Giannis normally makes.
So you're not comfortable saying a mid-range is not a comfortable shot.
KD jumper is not a shot he usually.
No, there were shots KD was taking that he normally makes. There was open threes he missed. But a lot of the shots he's taken, Grant Williams is literally right in front of him in his airspace. He's taken fall away shots. I mean, you can say KD is accustomed to
Dub, this is a nasty. You're trying to
get. It's not a context bend. It's real.
I'm not saying. No, it's not a context bend, JD.
I'm not saying. There's no tough shots that Giannis.
I hear what he's saying.
He normally makes. I'm talking about the wide open layups.
Because last game, KD, Giannis was making everything, tough shots and all.
Bro, you're comparing KD.
I could show you clips of him missing wide open.
You are comparing KD bricking to Giannis tricking. Like Giannis literally tricking layups.
It's not that. It's the fact on how people just cannot be consistent sometimes. That's what I'm arguing.
Bro,
I'm not comparing. However you say, I'm not
comparing wide open layups. It's when somebody and Giannis, he struggles about something. It's like, no, it's Giannis. He's not doing things he usually does. It's not that the Boston Celtics is forcing him.
He missed wide open layups.
Or overthink that.
But even off that, it's KD's shot selection. Like, when have anybody?
Mars, you just said that he picked apart the Boston Celtics defense in game 1.
Yeah, as a playmaker, I said that.
Hell no, bro.
Okay, then say you disagree with that. Then that's cool. But don't say that I'm lying because I said Giannis missed bunnies.
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm saying you're not being consistent. That's what I'm saying.
Show me the bunnies that KD missed. I said there was a couple jumpers that he had that were good looks.
For example,
that he missed, and I said he usually makes them, but a lot of them are bad shots.
For example, this whole playmaking bag that you was talking about, Kevin Durant. Oh, he's not really that great of a playmaker. Last year was no issues when he was doing that on the Bucks, but we're just gonna dismiss that. Kevin Durant brought up a couple plays that happened in, I believe, game 3 in the first half. No, I'm just saying in the first half. Oh yeah, this is who Kevin Durant is based off of those 2 plays that happened. I told him I watched a whole complete second half. I said I ain't seen none of that. He goes back, he tells me, oh, you need to sit here and watch the first half again just to see 2 plays. This is the thing I'm talking about. Kevin Durant can play make, bro. Kevin Durant can
How did we get to
Bro,
KD
how did we get here?
From me saying Giannis?
This is bananas.
No, because this is what y'all do.
Dub, they're gonna just Dub. Don't even continue on, Dub. It's okay.
Dub,
it is what it's like.
I mean, I don't even know what to say.
Because what JD said is true. Because KD was bricking his shots, but I understand what you're saying. Because most of the shots KD was bricking defense in his airspace or not is some of the shots we're accustomed to him making. That's all Dub is saying. But he was bricking them, and he's saying, Marge, you didn't say first that. All you said was he's missing shots he normally make. You didn't elaborate and say he was wide open. I
said Giannis. I think everyone heard me say Giannis was missing bunnies. I think everyone heard me say that.
Well, that's the first thing I said. But when you say missing bunnies, no, I don't know.
I elaborated. I elaborated because Dub said, "What do you mean bunnies?" I said wide open layups. I elaborated.
No, you said layups. I swore you said layups. That's all I
No,
heard.
I heard
everyone's
him
doing
say
it.
wide open.
I get
But
what
anyway.
you're saying also, Dub.
This is where I feel
JD
like
said it bad. Bricking is different than tricking,
Yeah.
which is a fact.
there is a okay. So I feel like Dub does have one point. I think some people have like results bias. So when Giannis didn't play well in game one, the Milwaukee won. So it's kind of okay. He didn't play well, but it didn't really affect the team's
And he
ability
had
to
a
win games.
triple-double, though. He had a triple-double.
Yeah, but then when KD didn't play well, I think people hopped on him because the Nets were continuously losing as KD wasn't. If the Nets were winning those games anyway, I feel like people would have treated KD like they're treating Giannis, which is, oh, he had a bad game, but whatever, kind of brush it off to the side. I feel like there's some like results bias here.
So
does that make sense?
So to both your
Of
points,
course.
to your point, you're correct. Dub is correct to an extent. It was the road that we took to get to that argument.
I
was
take roads, bro. This is
crazy.
what I do. I take the
we
nastiest
got
road
so
possible.
far.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to
That was
KD
bananas.
playmaking. But anyway, I don't know how we got to KD playmaking.
I'm gonna butcher your name, and I apologize. I want to say it's Malakia. I hope so. Malakia Ford donated through the super chat. The only adjustment Boston needs to make is on offense. Tatum scores 20, and Game 3 is Boston's. Even with the free going off. Oh, got you. Okay. I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad. Thank you for the super chat. Jesse donating through the super chat. What playoff teams would Poole start on? I want to talk about that after we recap this series because that's it. I think he would start on most of them, but we could get back to that. Warriors stomped the Grizzlies by 30, 142 to 112. That is a disgusting NBA playoff score. The splash triplets.
That's a fact.
Thank you, Ron. The splash triplets all scored 20 plus. Steph led the way with 30. Warriors shoot 63% from the field, 53 from three. Damn. So far in the series, Jordan Poole averaging 26 points per game on nearly 60% from the field, 42 from three. Damn, I didn't know he was doing that. Jordan Poole is going off. Ja posted 34 and 7 before leaving the game with a knee injury. That's another thing that I do want to discuss. But before we get into the whole Jordan Poole thing where there's all this controversy on the internet, yeah, let's talk about the series first. Mars, these are your Warriors. We'll let you start.
We started off poorly. Memphis couldn't miss. And then I think we had like 14 turnovers in the first half, which is the only reason the game was close. But I had an issue with Klay's shot selection. I made that clear after game 2. I think besides that 1 free that he made that was one-legged, I think every shot Klay took was a great shot. I was happy with the shot selection from everyone, to be honest. I think that's why we shot so efficiently. Because I think on this Memphis team, we can get any look we want anytime down the floor. But we were just settling for some questionable shots. Klay, Steph, mainly. Those are the 2 guys. But I don't think Memphis can guard all 3 of our main scorers. And I think if they're going to like hone in on Steph or hone in on Poole or hone in on Klay, one of them's liable to go off and win us this game. And that's why I don't think Memphis have much of a chance. And with Ja going down, I think we probably win this series in 5.
To that point, Mars, I don't think any team is guarding Jordan Poole, Steph, and Klay all night. They're going to have to miss some shots. Go ahead, Del.
So you didn't like the one-legged 3? You think that was a bad shot?
I mean, if that's a shot he's taking consistently, I'm not going to be.
Are you talking about the one with 4
throughout a
seconds
game.
left on the clock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yes.
Mars.
No, I mean, I'm not. If that's a shot that Klay's taking routinely, I'm not going to be happy with those shots.
It was
looked
4
very
seconds
routine.
left on the shot clock.
Wait,
And it was 4 seconds.
4 seconds doesn't mean you have to take a one-legged.
I didn't even notice. Wait,
I mean,
he
it
got-
looked like a bucket
He
to
did
me.
a one-legged shot.
It was
Yeah,
nice.
he jumped off his
And he's
left
saying
leg.
it's a
and
bad
then,
shot selection.
Yeah,
It
I
was.
Just
think that's
because
I
he
think
had
that's
to do
not a
what he
great
had
shot.
to do.
First of all, 4 seconds doesn't mean you have to take a one-legged free.
Well,
I'm following
if
Klay
that
on
was
it.
the best
But-
shot that he could have got,
No,
I
I mean,
don't know.
I'm not mad it went in.
I
I'm
think-
just saying
I
if
think
that's a
Mars-
consistent shot, I'm
Mars-
not happy with it.
You know that's a very easy shot for Klay Thompson.
That's,
You
that's
know,
cool.
like-
I
I got
don't want to
closer
see
to
him
the bucket,
taking
too.
3 of them a game. That's all I'm saying. I don't want that to be a.
Well, if
shot
3 of
he's
them is
taking
that
routinely.
open, I think it will be fine.
Yeah, to
You gotta
you,
think
I don't-
about
I
it
don't
like
wanna
this.
see that.
If
I
you're
don't wanna
if
see
you're
that.
in that scenario, right, you got the ball in your hands. You seeing everybody. People are like covering and everything. There's 4 seconds left. There's not really any other options. Your name is Klay Thompson.
Cool.
Shoot
I'm
the
not.
ball.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him shooting the ball. I'm saying I don't want to see that shot routinely. That's all I'm saying.
You're not
Yeah, no
going
one
to.
does.
Same way I don't want to see Steph taking 30 footers 3 times a game. I don't want to see it. Even if I know he can make it, I don't want to see those shots consistently. That's all it is.
Do we have a timetable for Ja Morant?
He's not out. He's playing.
I just saw him crying on the bench. I don't know if that means
He's
feels
playing,
serious.
bro. He's playing game 4.
So they haven't said anything. They haven't said anything.
They haven't said anything, but I think he's playing.
Got you. Euro?
What? The one-legged?
No,
or
no,
what
no,
do you want me to talk about?
Whatever you want. The series, if you want to
I mean,
one-legged.
I mean, it's tough. What were the numbers? 63 from the field, 53 from 3, with 3 of them guys averaging over, 20 something or whatever.
26. Or sorry, that was just Jordan Poole. Yeah, all over 20.
Right. It's tough to beat the Warriors that way. If they're on, they're on. I mean, we've been known this. We've seen this time and time again. So this is just, like I guess a 2.0 or a 3.0 version. It's going to be tough to beat them. The Memphis Grizzlies are not going to be the team to do it. That's for sure.
So you're calling this series a wrap?
No, not in the sense that the Memphis Grizzlies aren't going to win any more games. I think they can still make it competitive, but I don't think they will advance.
Got you.
Then the series is a wrap. Then I swear, like this is.
If you want to say it like that, then yes, okay, the series is a wrap.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, I guess I look at things different from everybody. When I sit here and say Miami's gonna win in 7, I'm not scared because I swear to God they're gonna win in 7, bro. Like,
I mean, you putting that little back and forth that you had with everybody else on me. I didn't say anything when it came to that.
Oh yeah, you didn't. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to cleaning.
Jeremiah.
I don't know. I think everybody's writing off Memphis a little quick for my taste. I did pick Golden State in 7 before the series, so I want them to win the series, so I could be right. But I feel like, I mean, Memphis is one possession away from being up 2-1. So like, I just feel like this idea that like Golden State's about to just wipe them off the floor is a little just early in my opinion. And you said the shooting splits there. I mean, we're talking about 63% from the field, 53% from 3. Like, they're going to beat any team in the league shooting like that. So I don't necessarily think that that's like some huge indictment on Memphis. So I would still pick the series to go 6 or 7. I think it's still going the distance. Obviously, I think Golden State's going to win. But I think people are being a little early to dismiss Memphis, in my opinion.
Interesting.
I don't think it's early. At the end of the day, Memphis is just not a championship caliber team yet, and it's not going to be wrong about that.
I think Jeremiah brings up a good point, though. They are shooting at an insane clip. If they can keep this up, obviously you can't compete with it. But if Memphis can somehow slow that down, they keep it close. And then it's going to come down to the last couple minutes of the game. And then that can go either way. But
yeah, I mean, the Warriors shooting splits all series have been really, highly above average. Like, if the Warriors come back down to earth at all, Memphis is up 2-1 as we sit here. Like, so I feel like
so game, what is it? Game 2, Clay didn't shoot well, right?
None of us shot well. We shot 7 for 38 from 3.
So what are you expecting more, for them to shoot 7 for 38, or just be, even if they shoot a normal split, they win?
Well, I guess my whole point is this. Right now they're down 2-1, right? The other game that they played was a 1 possession game. Ja had a layup that he would normally make, and he missed it, and the Warriors won.
That's game 1.
We're talking about 1 possession away from
right. And
Memphis being up 2-1.
Game 2, we lost by 5.
Warriors was
shot
up.
7 for 38.
So. Game 2, the Warriors was up. And also game 1, what made it a 1 possession game, Klay Thompson missed 2 free throws.
Yeah. Late.
Like, it's late, very late. So I see what you're trying to do, but it's just sometimes I look at a series and there's no way I could see in this series. I've been saying Memphis to lose to the Warriors for months now, but there's no way I could see that Memphis is even on par with the Warriors. Like,
I mean,
at all.
yeah. Like, I picked the Warriors before the series. I picked the Warriors to make the finals before the playoffs. I think they're one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the league. Like I'm not like a Warriors hater or down on the Warriors at all. I just feel like people are dismissing Memphis again in a series that we're 1 possession away from Memphis being up 2-1. Like to totally dismiss Memphis to me is just it's just early.
So what do you have the Warriors or Memphis? Like what do you think the series is going to end up as?
Before the series, I picked Golden State in 7. 6 or 7 seems likely to me. Like
Now?
it would not surprise me at all if this got to 7.
Has that changed?
No, that has not changed. Golden State in
Alright.
7 is still my prediction as of right now.
John Morant is
Like,
averaging 38 points this series.
No one cares.
Empty stats.
Empty stats.
Wow.
Definitely not empty.
Not empty at all. All right, let's talk about the leg thing though, because I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I personally don't. When you slow anything down and somebody gets hurt,
See that?
you always find something. It always looks
Right.
like something more than it is. But in the moment, live time, nobody's grabbing somebody's leg, pulling it back that quick when the ball's there. You're going for it. I don't think anything more of this than it's just an accident. But curious to hear what you guys have to say. Euro, you want to start?
Accident for sure. I remember I raked somebody's face once on accident like that. So I'm speaking from
thing-
personal experience.
The thing with this that gets me upset is that's not even when Ja Morant hurt his knee.
That's what
That's what
I heard
that's
about.
It was when he closed out on Clay. That's when
He
hurt his
closed
knee.
out with Clay and ran into Clay knee.
That's why I was
And-
confused why
oh,
this was a big deal.
Exactly. So when he did that, of course you could slow down literally like JD said, anything and find whatever. But what I don't like about this though is not people say, oh, right after a playoff loss, you go tweet. Whatever. Ja could do whatever he want after. If he want to tweet right after a loss, after his media press, he could do whatever. This is not old NBA where people or Braun going 0 dark 30, where it shows that you're more serious in winning than someone else. I don't base it on that. Ja comes to them games, he plays hard, he does all that. So he could tweet whatever he wants. But to tweet the bro code, just those words, as who Ja is becoming, that's shedding a light where it shouldn't, because that's like casting blame. Like, oh, bro didn't do the, and that's what I dislike about that. And the coach saying we'll look it over, not a league. Now everybody's still talking about it based on something that was just like we said, like,
You know,
It's
Dale,
not
I'm
enough.
starting to see what you were saying with the, Ja saying things or whatever. I almost feel like Ja is a new type of player where before I think, guys were tweeting something or whatever, like retroactively to just give their opinion on a situation, as opposed to Ja, while the situation is still playing out, even after the game, he's saying things to kind of galvanize like NBA Twitter to like support his opinion.
Rallying the
troops.
I didn't like.
Yeah,
Rally the
that at least that's what it seems like to me. Like I feel like there's a little bit of a difference to like what Ja's doing than what everybody else is doing, and maybe that's like the new type of player where it's like, just like with LeBron, is a new type of player where he's able to flex his muscle on the business side of things a little bit more. Maybe Ja is the first player to really, really do the social media thing. I don't know, man. This is a super hot take, but it seems it's just different. It's just different to
Ja
me.
just putting on a show. It is what it is. Like he just putting on a show.
He's a showman for sure.
I don't think that some of the stuff that he's like putting onto Twitter though, I don't think that that's for show. Like I think that he's like really just
It's for sure. For show.
Something comes up and he just boom.
Right, I agree with JD that he just tweets. He tweets like he just tweets to tweet. But what I'm saying, you could tweet whatever, do what you want. It's people that's hitting me up like, yo, I don't like Ja. Right after a loss, you run into Twitter. I don't care if that's what he want to do. Like that doesn't change the player he is or how serious he is about basketball. But don't run and tweet those words. That bro code thing caused your Jordan Poole like, wait, what? Like you're saying, like what you talking about?
It was a little nasty for sure.
You don't even know you like that.
That's actually speaking from somebody in the younger generation. Since I'm younger, like Ja, like you see it in the locker room, even my team now, like. These are things that, and I can say, because Dale, you play too. These are things that players think in their heads, but Ja's the first player to ever like start coming out with his reactions of plays and stuff right after the game. So I think
No, I like when he do the reaction things. I like when he tweets. Those words is the most confusing thing I've ever seen, though.
He said broke the code because didn't Steve Kerr say something about that?
Steve Kerr said about what Dillon Brooks did.
Right.
And I get it. I'm indifferent because I'm a Memphis.
Oh, I didn't know Steve Kerr said something about the code.
Yeah, Steve Kerr
okay.
said about Dillon Brooks right after he said in the interview. And I'm indifferent because I'm a Memphis fan, but I don't think the play was dirty. Like you said, when you slow it down, it looks bad. I think it was a little like unnecessary, but I wouldn't say it was like a dirty play. But I also am one who said that I don't think Dillon Brooks should have been a suspension. I think it should have been a flagrant.
Hold on, what is actually the code that they're referring to?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming it's like
got to be something about
NBA.
intentionally injuring people. Has to be. Because
and for Steve Kerr played in a different NBA. So I wondered what the code was back then because they might have broken it every day.
The code was if you're not bleeding, you're fine. Like, that's what the code was.
No, but he said in the interview, and then I think that's why John Morant said it right after. But then it didn't help because Brandon Clark said it in an interview. He was on a podcast, and he said that he broke the code too, or said that it was unnecessary about Dillon Brooks, and that's his teammate. You can't say that about your teammate. Yeah, the public.
Oh yeah,
you gotta say something in private.
In the middle of the series, too, bro.
In the middle,
come on.
Broke the code.
Oh, so that's how he broke the code.
Well, Steve Kerr said it. I don't know the exact words that Brandon Clark said, but
He said it was dirty.
Yeah, he said it was dirty, and it was like it was. And you
from
just
Brandon Clark.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay. Yeah, that's deep now. All right, Ja, I see you.
No, that wasn't Ja.
That wasn't Ja?
No, you're talking about the tweet. He was talking. I was reacting to him saying that Brandon Clark saying that about Dillon Brooks, but.
Oh, okay.
Man, crazy. Okay, let's get to Jesse's super chat. What playoff teams would? He said playoff teams. Got you. What playoff teams would Poole start on? Jeremiah, you want to start? The Warriors.
Yeah, he started on the Warriors.
I feel like he'd probably start on almost all of them. I'm trying to think of everybody's roster, who they got starting at the 2 or what the case may be.
He doesn't start on Phoenix.
Dallas
probably not on Phoenix.
Yeah, he would start
is that
Dallas.
it? I think that might be it.
He'd start.
I mean,
Dallas.
if the Heat seem to have beef with starting Tyler Herro, maybe they might just make Jordan Poole the 7th man as well.
But Jordan Poole and Tyler Herro are not in the same class, in my opinion. I think Jordan's way better.
I
mean, I agree, but I'm a Warriors fan. So.
I would not say that. I'm gonna say way better. Y'all better slow y'all roll.
Okay,
but do you think Jordan Poole's better? Though?
I think they're like on the same tier. I wouldn't say one's better than the other, but you're not gonna be like, oh, he's way better. How's he way better? What does he do that's
Jordan plays basketball better.
Way better? Yeah.
Bro. Way better.
way
better.
Way better than who?
Hey, Dub.
Herro.
Tyler Herro. You got
y'all
better.
Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging.
Yeah, they do the same thing.
Let's hear it, Dale.
Yo, stop that. Stop that. Y'all bugging. There's no way y'all saying Jordan Poole's way better than Tyler Herro. Like it's literally no way, because the fact of the matter is this is the same people that would say like, I don't know nobody on this panel because I have this argument before, but you guys are praising Jordan Poole for playing with Steph and Clay, but some people negate it for Kevin Durant. So it's not easier that he's playing with Steph and Clay.
No. You putting KD and Poole in the same boat.
No, it's not putting
that's not the same. That's not the same at all.
I'm understanding what I'm saying. I'm putting the spacing of playing with Steph. I'm putting the spacing of playing with Steph and Clay in the same boat. Not the person, the spacing, the opportunity Jordan Poole gets different from a Tyler Herro who plays with players that you guys said offensively challenged.
I understand that 100%.
Butler,
and I've considered that, and I still stand by what I said. But Jordan Poole is better. He's better than
way better. Like you could say better. It's an argument tosser, but way better. How is he way better?
That's all I want to know. That's all I have to say.
I mean, I just feel like everything that Tyler does well, all the skills that like make Tyler Herro, I would argue Jordan Poole's better at, shooting the basketball, creating his own shot. I think he's got a better handle. I think he's got a higher IQ. Like, I think from an effort standpoint, he's certainly higher effort on defense than Tyler Herro is, in my opinion.
Well,
I just
like, yo, nah, this is crazy. This is insane.
How is this crazy? I don't feel like this
Is this racist still?
The way better. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think
I'm sorry.
I think Tyler
I
Herro
don't
will
get it
flourish
either.
just as well as Jordan Poole in the Warriors system. Just as well.
I don't think that there's
Seamlessly,
any.
just as well.
I don't think any of the 30 GMs take Herro over Poole right now. I don't think any of them do.
Miami
None.
probably would.
That's because
Every-
you're
I
like,
don't know.
what?
I honestly
Big
do not know about that though. Like
Goofball.
y'all act like Tyler's out here averaging 13. Tyler was 6 man. Yeah, he averaged 20
Y'all
points in the
acting, y'all
NBA.
acting like
He
this man
averaged
don't know how
20
to play
points.
basketball, bro.
No
He
one.
averaged 20 points.
When did anyone
Like,
say that
it's- I
Tyler
mean-
Herro's a bum? No one
If they
said that.
saying Jordan Poole is way better, bro, I'm sorry. I guess what? Tyler Herro
Okay,
is
so
better then?
I
mean,
never said
it
way
sounds
better.
like-
That was Jeremiah. I just said better. I think
It
he's
sounds like y'all are having trouble with when I say
It's
way
still
better.
way
Like,
better. I'm sorry.
okay,
I-
so
if you're gonna
let's
say better. I'm cool with
better
it.
enough where it's not a coin flip to me. Like it's not close enough where like it's a coin flip. So he's maybe way is too big of a word, but like he's better enough where it's clear to me that he's the better player. Clearly the better
Bro,
player.
I
in my
don't even.
opinion.
I can't even argue this because when I think about these two players in my mind, it's literally like 1 and 2. Like they're 1 or 1. Like
Yeah.
they're literally almost the same exact player. So I can't even
It's
argue
not
against
far
this
off.
because it's like, what do you want me to say? I literally see the same type of person in both of them.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm like, I
I
don't know
was
how
more
to say
trolling.
one than the other.
I
just-
I
It is
still
pretty
believe
close,
Poole's
but
better.
I'm taking Poole over Herro. But to your point, Dub,
That's
it's not the gap it's not huge for sure. But I don't know. No, Jordan Poole's gauge is. I don't know.
Jordan Poole's nice, bro. He's impressing me too, bro. I swear to God.
Right, JD. He's OD nice, like OD. But Tyler Herro is OD
Tyler
nice as
Herro's
well.
nice too. Tyler Herro's nice too. All right, let's get to a versus. We're gonna do a versus and then chat. Make sure you get into the Discord because right after this segment we're gonna get to Q&A. We're gonna try and do probably 15 minutes of Q&A because we still got a bunch of show left. And we of course got to get to Players Court after this. And I don't know if Jeremiah, have we gotten your top 10 yet? All time?
My top 10 what?
Did they get your top 10 all time your first time on the show?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so we have to get Chase and Jeremiah's top 10 after Players Court. So we'll try and do Q&A for about 15, 20 minutes. All right, we're going to do versus Jalen Brunson versus Tyrese Maxey, the underdog versus. Playmaking, handles, ability to run the offense, three-point shooting, mid-range, scoring at the rim, defense, heart, star potential, better overall. We're going to go Mars, Chase, Euro, Jeremiah, Dell, Dub. I'll say your name after the first round. Make sure you remember who you follow. I might do it for 2 rounds. We'll see. But make sure you remember who you follow. We'll try and breeze through this one. We got Jalen Brunson versus Tyrese Maxey, Mars, playmaking.
Brunson.
Chase,
Brunson.
Euro,
Brunson.
Jeremiah,
Brunson.
Dell,
Maxey.
Dub,
Brunson.
handles,
Brunson.
Maxey.
Brunson.
This is-
Brunson.
Damn. It's on me.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Maxey. That was good.
Maxey.
Ability to run the offense.
Brunson.
Brunson.
Maxey.
Brunson.
Brunson.
Maxey could do his thing. But I'm gonna give it to Brunson.
3-point shooting.
Maxey.
I'm gonna go Maxey.
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 Maxey. This was easy. That was an easy
Maxey.
one.
Mid-range.
Maxey.
Brunson.
Wow. That's tough, Morris.
I go Brunson.
tough. I'm gonna go Brunson.
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 Scoring at the rim. Damn, these are really tough with these two.
Brunson.
Maxey.
Brunson.
That's close. So I'm gonna go Brunson again.
I'm gonna go Brunson as well. But Maxey does has the best lip I've seen all year, though.
Maxey.
Defense.
Brunson.
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 Nova Wildcats for sure. Brunson.
Brunson.
Art.
Brunson.
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 Bronson.
Nova Wildcat for sure. Brunson.
I don't want to answer this. I'll go with Brunson.
Star potential.
I'll say Maxey because he's younger.
Maxey.
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 I like Brunson. I like Brunson.
Yeah.
I like Brunson better too.
Yeah, I like
So do
Brunson.
I.
Yeah, I like Brunson. Yeah, I'll take Brunson. I'm feeling Brunson right now, boys.
You said star?
Yeah, potential.
Tyrese.
Yo, EP, please tell Jalen Brunson to come on the show. Better overall, Mars.
Brunson.
Maxey.
Brunson.
Right now, Brunson.
I'm taking Brunson as well. He just seems poised too.
I'll give it to Brunson.
Fire. I'm taking JB.
Yo, let me ask a question. When it comes to this, scoring at the rim and mid range, where do floaters?
That's why I was
Tyrese
gonna
Maxey's
say.
floater
I
game is
included I
disgusting.
included everything floater
Because-
and in.
Right.
as
No,
scored at the
I
rim.
included floater also. That Brunson.
No, because what I'm saying is like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's- I
right,
thought
right. What I'm
Brunson's
saying is that
floater
there's
instinct.
floaters,
I
there's
thought
floaters that are
Brunson's
shot
floater
from the free throw
instinct.
line. That's a mid range to me, for real.
That's I
I
called it.
don't
about
see-
Maxey?
I haven't seen a
I agree.
floater from the free throw line since Eliyahu.
Bro,
I think you
Maxey-
might know who that is.
Maxey be throwing some crazy floaters up.
I called floaters scoring at the rim. That's why I gave Maxey mid range. Floaters is the first thing that came to my mind. I didn't want to ask what you guys thought about it, but that
Yeah,
was the
I
first
took
thing that
Brunson
came to my
because of
mind.
floaters when I said what I thought at the rim as well.
Oh, so that's why I took.
JB
Maxey for
has a
mid-range instead of
back
Brunson.
to the basket game, though. That's what's
Facts,
crazy.
pivot and all that. Facts.
Yo, like it's actually ridiculous.
Facts. Pivot and all that.
But yeah, they're both. That was actually a fun one because those guys are
Still,
really
15?
close.
We should do more of those, players that we don't really talk about all that
Yeah,
much,
for sure. That was a really good versus. You guys actually had to think about that one. All right, let's get to Q&A, man. We got a couple people in here, PC waiting room. Make sure, if you're not in the Discord, get into the Discord, especially if you want to tap into the Q&A. We have the voice channels, PC waiting room. I'm going to pull some people up for some Q&A. We'll try and go for about 15, 20 minutes because, like I said, we got a lot of show left. So I think I saw Janae in here first. We'll pull you in. Janae, can you hear me? I think it's Janae. Pretty sure Janae's tapped in before.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my name's Janai, and I just want to say hi to all you guys. I'm happy to be here, and I just want to say something. I was the guy who told you guys to save the clip when Shaq was dissing the Nets. I was that dude.
Shaq was dissing the Nets. Oh, saying that they wouldn't make the finals or what?
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to know when Mars had Giannis a better player than KD. That's my question, basically.
2020.
2020. Okay, that's all.
Fire. Yo, Janai, thanks for tapping it, bro.
Yo.
Mars, are you saying 2020 when he sat out with the Achilles?
I mean, well, I think 2020 Giannis was better than 2019 KD, in my opinion.
Okay.
Fire.
Is that bubble?
Yeah, that's
2020 is bubble, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
bubble.
okay.
2020 bubble.
Yo,
Hey, better than
Molly.
KD in 2019?
Yes.
KD was hurt a lot that year, right?
I'm here.
Nah, just in the playoffs.
He got
He's
hurt
just
in
hurt
the
in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
Yeah, I hear you,
Who's
brother.
there?
What's good?
I just got like I be watching a lot of the old episodes and stuff. So like
when is y'all gonna give Dub his credit on the Heat and Jimmy Butler?
Bro, I'll never get my credit, bro. You about to make me leave the call. Listen,
Watch
bro,
a lot
at
of
the end of
old stuff where y'all just killed Jimmy Butler and the Heat, and look what they're doing.
This is for
Like y'all
people
said,
who are hearing the older episodes.
y'all said DeMar DeRozan was better than Jimmy Butler, and this just
I still will
Yo,
stand on
I
that.
forgot
I'll
about
still stand
that.
on that.
Yeah.
I'll still stand on
it's
that too.
crazy.
Jesus Christ.
No.
What's wrong with you guys? Like,
Come
Ah,
on,
Dub,
y'all.
I'm with you.
Come
I
on,
told you
y'all.
I
Like,
was with
what's
you, and
wrong
I'm with
with
you
you
on the
guys?
Jimmy.
And the
Jimmy-
only
Jimmy
thing,
versus-
and the only thing that I said that I think that everybody's saying about the Heat is that regardless of how they're doing, whether they're first or not, or whatever, they're not winning the championship. That's what I was saying.
Okay, so here-
like
when has
I,
DeMar
you know what I mean?
DeRozan
In
won
terms
it?
of
I have a
in terms
question.
of credit, here's the thing, and it was and no, this is a separate argument. And then when it comes to giving credit or whatever, Dub, you engaged in bets with everybody,
And
so
I'm
we
winning
just
all
gotta.
of them.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like, but the only one, no, you didn't, because a lot of them are still outstanding. Number one,
The
number
Philly
two, you ain't collect.
I tell people to bring me to I tell people, yo, here's my address, and they don't give it to me, bro. What you want me to do? It's not my fault. I tell Shaq at least once a week, yo, case of Henny. Yo, case of Henny. He
All
don't
right.
send it because he wants to try to win it back. I want my case of Henny. You gonna give me that. Philly's not winning, bro. I don't know what you believe. man.
Right. So I mean, but we know why that is too. Like I'm not
I
running
know. I
from
wanted
that.
to renege
You
it. I wanted to renege it.
exactly.
I
You know what
did.
I'm saying? And you got to. If we're talking
you
about
just say,
giving
Dub?
credit to anybody, you got to give me credit too. Then for not backing out of that, because I
give you
don't do
credit
that.
for that. I do give you credit for that.
All right.
Like I really was gonna like nah.
Now
bro.
we're talking about morels. Go ahead, JD. Ask your question.
Okay.
Before I throw up.
So
Oh, well.
I have a question. Can Jimmy Butler be the number one option on an NBA team? And them go to the
Yes.
He is.
he's the
Yes.
number one option on the Heat.
Yes.
Yes.
Who's number one over him?
Who else?
If
would
you
be
don't
number
think
Tyler
he is.
Herro.
I need
really-
to know. I need to know the definition of a number one option.
I guess JD's looking at it as
He's a leader.
as
and
just
he's a
more
leader.
so scoring, not leader.
I think
wise.
Jimmy
Bro,
led the
that's
team in
fine that
scoring as
he's
well.
the leader.
I think Jimmy leads the team in
Didn't
scoring as well.
Yeah,
think
that's
he
what I was
does.
gonna say. Didn't he?
But
So
he's
the
not the
scoring
best scorer on that team.
He's not the best scorer. Tyler Herro is, but at
Yes.
the end of the, but he's
So
still
the best
one.
scorer
He's
is
still
number
one
one
of.
option.
I don't think so.
I thought
No, you said
number one
what?
option is best player in my opinion. Best player on the team is number one option. That's how I.
Okay, that's how
clear.
you feel. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool too.
Number one option is a collect. I don't think.
But the
it's-
thing is, JD with Miami Heat, they don't
that
play the
that was
same.
good.
That this is the number one option because of their culture over there. You know what I'm saying? Like
You're
they
right.
just honestly, they're probably the most cultured team we.
Irrit.
I just don't see how that relates to DeMar DeRozan being better than Jimmy.
Yeah, I still need.
Yeah,
to
I
hear
think
about
that's a
the
wild
DeMar
take.
DeRozan.
Yeah,
think if
I thought he was gonna go Paul George, Jimmy Butler. I was like, okay, that's a solid.
Paul George,
Yeah, I
Jimmy
think
was
DeMar
more
DeMar
fighting.
DeRozan.
DeMar,
shouldn't be in the
yeah,
conversation, in my opinion.
that's a wild take.
And then even
Why
if
is
you
it
look at
wild
the,
to think that DeMar is better though? I'd be confused how y'all just be dissing stuff based like
I
dudes is just
I
whack.
no, I
you
mean, no,
mean?
DeMar's a great player. I think he's one of the top
don't say great
20,
play. Don't say great play.
25 players
Not
in
even
the
a
NBA.
superstar. Yeah, 2025. That's
Yeah,
a
he's
good-
in that range. I mean, he's not in the
Yeah.
top 15. Where
He
I'd have
might be
Jimmy and
second
PG.
team all NBA this year.
That's
That's
cool.
fine.
He had a good season. I mean, Julius Randle was third team. I'm never in
I
life
will
gonna
not
say he was
let
top
these
15.
man-made. I will not let these man-made.
Yeah, I'm never
top
like he had a
players.
good season. That's cool. He's not better than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
I don't know. Like, what are you guys even looking
I
at?
mean,
think Dell's-
he's a better mid-range shooter. Like,
I
okay.
think Dell was
Hikari, that's
frozen.
what I'm saying.
Dell, like what makes DeMar DeRozan better?
No, I'm not. Remember when we talk about it, it's a pick or choose. Like, but y'all be discrediting things so fast. Like, it's impossible. It's not impossible to say DeMar DeRozan is a better basketball player than Jimmy Butler. I
And
think
also,
that's-
and also,
It's not
and
impossible.
also,
Like, it
let's
is.
not
It's just
let's
wrong.
not just bring back half of the shit we said this season. Also, not
Dell,
just
Dell,
in general.
Dell,
he had a better
we said
season.
this season.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
yeah,
had a better
yeah.
season.
So yeah,
Can I ask Dell
I
something?
never
A
go on
guy
that
can-
argument. No,
a
yeah,
guy-
I
Dub,
never
I'm
go
with
on
you.
that
Dub, I'm
argument.
with you. I'm never
Every
like,
time
whoever
when
has
I
the
have
best
this
season,
argument with
whatever.
people, I hate
yeah,
it.
a guy.
I never say this season. Never in my
Yeah,
life.
a guy can. I'm with you guys. A guy can play better and not be better.
100%.
Like DeMar played better this year, but I don't think he's better than Jimmy. No.
So if y'all put DeMar DeRozan on the Heat, Dale, this is for Dale. If you put DeMar DeRozan on the Heat, do they do what they're doing right now?
No, in my opinion.
Nice answer though.
He froze again? Oh, I thought he froze.
No, I'm thinking because I know DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry did some things in Toronto. So now they're playing with a better supporting cast. So I'm trying to, I'm trying to figure out why they couldn't be in the same position as a second round team right now, because they've done that in Toronto and would have better opportunities, but they just lost to someone named LeBron James every single time.
I mean, Lowry was like 29. Now he's at 45.
But whatever, you could try to. He asked the question and I'm answering it.
Yeah, but I'm a bit of context behind Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
So you think that they would do the same?
I think they'll be in the same position there isn't right now.
Nah, not really. Because even especially in the playoffs, bro, I trust Jimmy Butler more in the playoffs than DeMar DeRozan. If DeMar's going up against a Giannis compared to Jimmy Butler, I trust DeMar DeRozan.
But you have to trust the system and the team they're going up against with.
No, I trust all of that. But for the player,
I would
Jimmy
say
Butler to sit here and go that route besides DeMar DeRozan. I've seen too many
trust Jimmy Butler on defense more, of course, but overall aspect with the team and the foundation, I think they'll low-key probably be the same place, second round, and battling out with Philly.
I do want to say something real quick about those old Raptors Cavs series. People, I think, might have lost this over time. Like, yes, LeBron James was LeBron James, but a lot of the reason that the Raptors were coming up small was because DeMar was coming up small.
No, Kyle Lowry was coming up smaller.
Well, both of them were to a degree.
They were killing Kyle. He was crazy trash. Bro, I forget what series it was, but he was like
DeMar. They both were. It was a tandem thing. I saw a graphic that LeBron was outscoring both of them combined.
Bro, in 2018, there was no excuse for them to lose. 2018 Cavs team was
there was no excuse to get swept.
No, to lose.
Nah, if you lose to LeBron in 7, I'm like, okay, I understand. This
DeMar DeRozan disappeared, bro. Kyle Lowry too. But these guys disappeared. I'm sorry. That's fresh in my mind. I don't trust Jimmy Butler to disappear.
I mean, Jimmy disappeared last year.
It's a difference from disappearing. And
he did.
Jimmy disappeared last year. Let's not do that.
We're not doing
So
this.
for everyone else,
You can play. You can play
gotta be real with your favorite.
No. I'm gonna be real. You
Disappeared.
can with Kevin Durant, right? We're talking about him against the Boston
How did
Celtics.
KD get
Game
back?
3.
That's
No, I'm
crazy.
gonna tell y'all. In game three, what's it called? KD disappeared. Every other game, KD, the Boston Celtics playing great defense. Jimmy Butler and against the Bucks, bro, they were just playing great defense.
He averaged 15. He averaged 15 a game.
Stop. Okay, that's more so to the defense.
I think he had like
apart from the type of player that Jimmy Butler is. DeMar DeRozan, there is no damn excuse, bro. You struggling like that against a 2018 Cavs team that played no defense, bro. None.
So what's disappearing mean?
Disappearing? That's more of a mental thing for me, bro. It has not. If I see a guy over here battling, if I see a guy over here battling and fighting and trying to do the best that they could, Giannis in 2019, I would never say he disappeared. At the end of the day, the Raptors just had a good setup, defensive setup, and he couldn't do nothing. 2020, he never disappeared, bro. At the end of the day, he couldn't get things going for himself because of the defensive scheme that was in play. I would never say he disappeared.
All right, we got to move.
DeMar DeRozan in 2018. He was gone.
We got to get.
I don't know where he's
more
been.
questions.
He was gone.
Molly, thank you for tapping in, bro. As always.
Yeah. All right.
Appreciate you. We got a couple super chats. Dorian, I'm sorry that I missed your first super chat. I'll do both of yours right now. What matchup will be the most entertaining in the conference finals, East and West? Mars, go ahead.
I want to see Bucks and Heat again. See, it's 1-1 right now. I want to see that the winner takes all.
And in the West.
I mean, entertaining for me would be the Warriors winning, so Warriors Mavs.
Chase.
I'd have to go Milwaukee, Miami, and I would go entertaining wise, Memphis and Mavericks.
Fire. Euro.
With Mars on both sides.
Jeremiah.
In the East, probably Bucks, Heat. In the West, I think Suns, Warriors, just because it'd be high level basketball, would be entertaining to me.
Dell.
I'm gonna go Suns Warriors. That would be more exciting. CP getting his revenge. In the East, I'm gonna go. Damn, both is actually good, other than Philly. Boston, Miami, or Bucks, Miami. Both of them is
I agree.
like, yeah, out of them,
I'm gonna love either one of those series.
yeah, Boston, Miami, Bucks, Miami. But Giannis Embiid conference finals also is.
Nah,
Yeah.
I think the Miami. I think Miami going there will be better than anything.
I just don't think Philly, if they make the conference finals, is going to be close against either team, which is why I don't think it'll be entertaining.
Against Boston, I think they have a better shot than the Bucks.
I think they have a better shot, but I think they still lose. It might go 6, but I don't think it'll be a competitive 6.
I think there's more of a story with Miami going because we faced some Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. We beat the Milwaukee Bucks before. Everyone's saying, "Oh, the Miami Heat's the best team to play Milwaukee." So Milwaukee and Bucks definitely is number one for me.
Milwaukee and Bucks.
Milwaukee and
Jesus
Bucks is
Christ.
a crazy series.
Milwaukee and
That
Miami.
series is nuts.
Milwaukee and Miami is number
The 2K
one for
series.
me, for real. And then for the West, it's easy. It's the Phoenix Suns versus Steph, Golden State
Versus
Warriors.
Steph.
CP3, because what the reason behind that one is, CP3 is gonna be there, bro, and
Oh,
him and
that
Steph
series is
always
gonna be
been duking
insane.
it out. And I see a little highlights of them talking trash to each other. CP3, I hope that he finally gets one over on Steph and wins this series. So, I'm definitely gonna be keyed in for
Yeah,
that
that
one.
series is gonna be fun to watch
That's
next
a
year,
bad
though.
take.
It's gonna be fun to watch next year for sure, because it's gonna be Mavs Warriors. But Dorian Clayton also said, if you put DeMar now, and we're gonna go quick through this one because it's a hypothetical. We all know how everyone feels about the hypotheticals. If you put DeMar now on the Bulls team from when they almost made it to the finals with D Rose, do they win a chip? Yes or no?
No, DeMar
No.
DeRozan is on the team.
Yo, you're nasty. All right, let's get Dame in here. Dame, if you're in here for what I think you're in here for, hurry up and get
I
it
wasn't
off.
going to bring that up.
Okay,
But do you
all
want
right.
me to bring it up?
That's what I thought you were coming in here for. But what do you have?
Okay, I wasn't going to bring it up, but you did get smoked in a kill race. But who do y'all think is more important to the Sixers' chances of making it past the Heat? Do you think Tyrese performing well is more important, or do you think Harden performing well is more important?
That's a good question. I think going into the series, we all kind of said Tyrese Maxey was that X factor, but obviously Harden still has to perform. But Jeremiah, you were going to tap in. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say my first thought is definitely Harden. Like, I just feel like if Harden can play at a little higher level, like we're talking about a series that the Sixers could easily win. So I'm gonna go Harden there as far as who's more important to the Sixers winning this series.
I agree. I just think Harden playing better is everyone else getting involved as well. Maxey is kind of, I wouldn't say a one-man show, but he doesn't get everyone else good shots the way James Harden does. So I think that's probably more valuable.
Chase, what do you think?
James Harden for sure. Same thing as what Mars just said, especially with his playmaking and him just shooting, making some of them shots that he misses. That'll take him to 23, 24 points per game. And if he can give them 9, 10 assists, I could see them winning in 7.
Euro.
I hear the question, but my mind just won't let me go anywhere but Joel Embiid because, he got that orbital fracture. Yeah, he's halfway concussed. He got that thumb. The way injury's been, ravaging the playoffs this year. I mean, any year really, but
right.
I don't know, man. I really don't care about Harden and Tyrese Maxey because either one of them can show up. And, if Joel Embiid is healthy, they have a chance. But if Joel Embiid is not healthy, then it don't matter.
Do you
so
think
nasty.
Embiid being
Why?
out there?
I agree with them.
Why?
I mean, I
wanted
agree,
to
but it
know-
wasn't
Yeah,
the
I
he
question.
didn't play
100%
crazy.
agree with him, but
But he played well enough and was out there.
Yeah,
he makes
I
that
think
much of a
he-
difference.
This is why you lose in players' court.
I know, but what I'm saying is like
too much.
Yeah,
the thing is, yeah, for sure. But here's the thing, because I have difficulties. This is what I'm not good at. I can't skip between reality and hypotheticals.
Yeah.
This question is a hypothetical.
Right.
We are actually talking playoffs. This is the playoffs right now. Like, I'm basing everything off of what actually is it. Like, what, the question he's asking is is a real question with hypothetical elements in it. Like I can't, my mind don't function like that.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I can't stack hypotheticals either. I'm never good at that.
I think this is it's the hypotheticals of like if you put this player on this team, that is crazy. But when it comes to like who needs to perform, and obviously everyone needs to perform, but if you could cherry pick, like I think if James Harden has the better game than like a Tyrese Maxey, does that carry more weight than a Tyrese Maxey going off into? I don't remember if it was Jeremiah. I think it was Jeremiah that said it was either Jeremiah or Mars. I think that James Harden's playmaking and being able to get others involved is going to be more important than, Tyrese Maxey going for 24 points or something like that. Because he's realistically, he's mostly just going to put up points. He's not going to get his team involved to the level that James Harden can.
But, and here's the thing, now I'm getting nasty. How do you know that if James Harden performs the way that we know James Harden can perform, right?
Maxey isn't going to go off as well.
There you go, number one. But number two is like, what makes you think that that's not going to change the Sixers team dynamic? Because they've been waiting, you know what I mean? Like he has a lot more like to him than a Maxey. Like Maxey is just quote unquote a role player. James Harden is the, potentially like a 1B option, or at least the second option, second player. So it's like, is he then looking to continuously do that? And is he going to do it at the expense of the offense, team chemistry, whatever the case may be? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a hypothetical that I'm interested in.
Got you.
And so I would much rather feel comfortable with Maxey going off, because he's always going to defer to Embiid, as opposed to if James Harden comes out of his shell and he's doing what he's doing, he might look Embiid off and be like, you know what? I'm still the guy. And that can hurt him. That's what I'm thinking.
So at the end of the day, your X factor is not James Harden.
No. It's health. Joel Embiid's health, to be specific.
Got you. Dame, thanks for tapping in, bro.
I said the same thing on Players Call and got voted off.
I know.
Right,
I thought it was crazy. I thought that's the best answer. I couldn't say, because I would have said the same thing. I was already out. I remember this.
All right.
I do like real quick though.
Yeah,
I feel like James Harden playing better could just be him doing exactly what he's doing, but just making more shots. Like
yes,
as far as the X factor, like he doesn't.
Do you trust that though?
Be...
We don't know that of him just yet, because he is finding a new identity right now, is he not?
Well,
or at least trying to. So we don't know that's going to be the case. What if his old mentality just kicked back in? If he comes through with a 30-piece and almost a triple-double, it's like, oh, and we got a 25-point piece dub. Like, oh, we can swing it like this.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That if he started making shots, he might change his game a little bit, or start to revert back to Houston Harden. If he started making shots,
I think I'm a little bit like you, Drill, because in my mind frame, I don't see that as a possibility. So it's like, I don't know. I think Harden, the X factor for James Harden is not James Harden have to be in the Houston Rockets James Harden, but we can't be seeing James Harden shooting 4 for 15 from the floor. I don't want to see that. James Harden is liable for that. That's why he's an X factor. If James Harden shoots 4 for 15, and I see that in the scoreboard, I think Philly might have lost that game.
He's definitely liable if you're thinking of the old James Harden, but he's not. That's not his role.
No,
right
the
now.
new James Harden too. 4 for 15, bro. He does that on a consistent basis sometimes. The Philadelphia Sixers will have a better time if at the end of the day he's scoring at an efficient level. Screw him playing like Houston Rockets James Harden. They don't need that from him. He just needs to be more composed. He needs to have good shot selection. That's it.
But still within the system, you still want Embiid to do what he's doing, and then if Harden can improve on that 4 or 15 from the field, then that's what you want. That's what you're going off of, right?
I think Philly could beat us, honestly, if James Harden.
For sure. That's 100% agreed. But what if he's let's say 12 for 26 or something like that?
No, I don't. No, I'm agreements with you like that. I don't think that's the way that they'll be able to beat us. I don't think. Yeah. I think him being the point guard that he is and taking smart and good shots, I think that's the key to victory for them. But James Harden does not need to play like Houston Rockets James Harden.
All right, we got our last Q&A, and it's, of course, from Cammy. Cammy, what nastiness? What nastiness do you have to bring to us today?
Just if you put Dame on the Timberwolves, how far do they go? And is he the best player?
What?
You put who?
That's a great question.
They
If you
lose
put
in the
who?
play-in.
Okay, so hold on. Who are you taking off? Russell?
D'Lo.
D'Lo? All right, so
Yeah.
put Damian Lillard on the T-Wolves. His two-part question: how far are they going, and is he the best player on that team?
He's the best player on the team.
He's the
But
best
there's
player.
not,
On
there-
this
there-
year,
there's not much
Dame-
competition.
Mars is
They-
like, he's the best player of the team. That's why they're losing in the play. You still haven't. That's crazy.
No,
Based on this year, if you put them on in the series against the Blazers, they're winning that. Against Memphis, they're winning that to me. They're beating
Yeah,
Memphis
exactly.
with Dame Lillard.
I think they're in the second round right now. If Dame's there for D'Lo.
I agree.
Ja Morant plays up to the competition. He sees Damian Lillard in front of him. He'll play better than he did.
They beat-
Sure.
Better
whatever
than he
you
did
will
against
say.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, because he sees D'Lo. He's like, who's this? Come on, like that's not level. He sees
just don't
Damian
wanna
Lillard.
give
He's like,
Dame
let me
his
try.
credit,
He
but-
said that's not
to
level.
be fair, Pat Bev was guarding Morant for most of the series. Not
And
D'Lo.
with Damian Lillard,
No, I'm not
still
saying.
will be.
I'm not saying D'Lo's checking him, but I'm just saying like he doesn't see anyone who he views as like his equal on the Timberwolves. Whereas he sees Steph on the Warriors, he's like, okay, let me show you I'm the best point guard in the league. He sees Damian Lillard, I think he sees that the same way.
I feel like you're implying
Morant.
that he played bad in the Wolves series because he didn't see like a player of his caliber, and I think that's underselling how well the Wolves defended him, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you're a Timberwolves fan.
Well,
okay.
even if I wasn't,
Wait, what
I
are you
guess still
guys
underselling.
saying right now? You don't think that the Blazers are beating the Grizzlies?
No, we're saying if put Dame on the Timberwolves with Karl Anthony Towns, a notorious loser, what happens to them?
They will beat Memphis, but then they
Hey,
would lose
okay,
to the
you
Warriors.
you getting
Okay.
spicy, Mars. Calling Cat a notorious
He's a
loser.
loser. He is a loser.
Is he not a notorious loser?
Oh, my, okay. But why
the
though?
biggest
Is
loser in that
is
What do you mean
because-
why?
Oh, we're
is that
getting into
because
a
you
completely
consistently-
Okay,
new.
but what kind of
You-
talent has the Wolves put around Cat before this year?
I don't know.
Jimmy
Andrew
Butler,
Wiggins.
Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Edwards
Okay,
now.
And the year
D'Lo,
that they had Jimmy Butler on the roster, they made the playoffs.
and
Jimmy
Cat
got
was
hurt
in-
half
Cat-
the year.
and
Jimmy
Cat
got
was
hurt
in his
half the
loser
year.
bag in that
Yes,
series.
and they almost missed the playoffs because Jimmy got hurt. If
Yeah,
that drop
they
off
were
is
like
that
they were
far-
like a 4 seed, and then they fell to like tie
No,
with
no, no.
Denver or something.
Yeah, I guess. When you say he's a loser, though, like what do you mean by he's a loser?
Loser means someone who doesn't win.
Okay, yeah, but okay.
He can't even win regular
No, I'm with-
season
okay,
games. That's
but
the
that's
point.
my-
He can't
He's
even
won
that's
afford
my-
rings.
he's won 3 playoff games in his life.
But here's the thing: people said this about Devin Booker until he started winning, and now all of a sudden, he really hasn't changed his game much, in my opinion. He's a little better player.
Oh no, being a loser doesn't make you a bad player. Carmelo Anthony, in my opinion, is a loser. I don't know how these people feel, but to me,
Don't
Carmelo's
bring Melo into this.
yeah,
Mark.
no,
I
because
wanna
I'm
be
using
on your
him as an
side.
example.
No, I want to be on your side. Don't.
No,
Wait,
it's
hold
the-
on. Let me.
Don't
I'm
say
here.
Melo.
Go ahead.
Cat's a
Don't
loser,
even
Melo.
stop him. Let him go.
Okay, to me,
I don't
to
even
me-
want to hear about Cat no more. Just tell me why Melo's a loser.
he hasn't. He
Damn
hasn't
it,
won.
Morris.
He hasn't won. So to me,
He
being a
hasn't won
loser,
what? A
do you
championship?
yes,
Wait,
a
is it-
title.
Championship?
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's a
so
lot of
anybody
losers.
who
Yes,
hasn't
there's a
won
lot of
Everybody
losers.
Anybody
Chris
who
Paul's a
hasn't
loser,
won a title is a
Charles
loser?
Barkley's a
Oh,
loser.
okay, yeah, then we
Carmelo's
don't
a
got to
loser,
argue.
Josh
Okay.
Yeah,
Kai is
you
also a
guys should have
loser. It
already
doesn't
known
mean he's
this.
It doesn't mean he's a
Come
worse
on.
player. He's just a loser.
Look
But
who's
now-
No,
look who's
I
saying
didn't
it.
know that you had to win a title to become a winner, like a
You're
winner.
talking to Mars,
But I
Dad.
Yo,
don't.
CP3 is a loser too.
100%.
That's nasty.
That's not true.
Three
That is
teams-
nasty, Mars.
That's cool. That's cool. He hasn't won.
Yeah.
Jason
Kid-
Kidd.
So who's
Jason
the
Kidd
greatest
won.
loser of all time?
Oh, he did win. He did win. He did win. My
Greatest
bad.
loser. Of all
You have, I
time.
know you have a top 10 for everything.
John
Like I want to
Stockton
hear
and
your
Karl
top.
Malone.
I don't rank Carmelo for obvious reasons.
What's the obvious reason?
Yeah.
No, don't answer that.
Off the court actions.
Oh, okay.
Chris Paul is probably the greatest loser of all time. No, Steve
Wait.
Nash. Steve Nash.
Wait. I'm sorry. What is Karl Malone off the court action? Could we not? Is it like what did?
With
I
the,
really don't know.
He
Underrated.
he interacts with people not in his age range.
Well,
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. Oh, that's
it-
crazy.
it-
Never seen that.
okay.
Yeah.
Mars put that.
yeah, I was late
gymnastic
to that party
contest.
too, dog. I have never even heard of that, and
Yeah.
apparently this has been going around for years. and I
Underage
have no idea.
still.
I'm on Google right now.
Underage. Cammy, thank you, thank you for tapping in,
Wait.
Gibby.
Pause, you're nuts, bro.
What did I do now? But yeah,
I
Cat's a
love you.
loser. So Dame and Cat together, losing combination.
Jay Los, when we were talking about Jimmy and DeMar, he said, he donated through the super chat, said, Dub, what exactly does Jimmy do better than DeMar offensively?
Offensively, playmake.
Good
They-
answer, Dub.
Then he washes him in defense.
Yeah, but some people only see offensive scorer.
Bro, even and I didn't even realize this. Even when you look at the whole, I love people love career accolades. Even when you look at that, Jimmy wipes him, bro. Like wipes him completely.
Jimmy has accolades.
Yo, yes.
I'm about to say, what are the accolades?
All-star
List them.
appearances
Head
and
to head.
maybe an all-NBA.
No, check it out. Check the career accolades and everything. You can check it. I forgot what it was. I don't got it in my mind, but I think DeMar only has 2 All-NBA teams, and that's
He
it.
does 5 All-Stars, 2 All-NBA. Jimmy 6 All-Star, 4 All-NBA, 5 All-Defense, 1 Steals champ, most improved.
Okay.
Yeah, wash.
All right.
It's all right.
Take a stance. Mars, I'm starting with you. Who will win a championship first? The Grizzlies or the Mavericks?
Dallas.
Chase.
Dallas.
Euro.
Mavs.
Jeremiah.
Mavs.
Dell.
Dallas.
Dub.
Luka Doncic.
Who's were you gonna say
John's
something?
leaving, and then the Grizzlies are back in the abyss.
Yeah. I'm telling y'all, bro. Luka gets 1 co-star, bro. Yo.
Yeah.
He had
it's
Porzingis. He had Porzingis.
Mars,
Hey,
we're
hey.
not doing this.
He had Porzingis.
No,
That's
we're not
that's
doing
that's an all-star.
There's-
He had Porzingis.
No, bro. I said no.
He had
Kyle
him.
Lowry was an all-star, bro.
He had Porzingis.
Bro, stop.
He did.
Do you still
did
blame
it.
Luka Doncic for Porzingis' struggles?
I never said I blame Luka. I said he's not absolved of all blame.
Oh, I'm absolving him. I will get
Yeah, he had Porzingis.
Yeah, I think once the Mavs get Luka a real star that's not
Wow.
whatever Porzingis is,
Wow.
then
Zinglass.
they'll probably be championship contenders from that point forward.
Who's
For
a-
as long as Luka is in his prime.
Who's a better second
they get him
option
somebody.
right now? Jalen Brunson or Tyler Herro?
See how Jalen Brunson's in this question? That clearly means he's a good second option. But somehow Luka doesn't have help. It's crazy.
I
It's
didn't
crazy.
say he doesn't have help, but you go and say Jalen Brunson's like a
I mean, you think
a
the Heat are going to win it?
all-star-esque.
You think the Heat are going to win a title with Tyler Herro as their second option?
Oh, we got Bam. We got
Nah,
Jimmy.
Tyler Herro is the second
Tyler?
option listed. Tyler Herro is the second option. Tyler
Mars,
Herro is the
Mars,
second
Mars,
option.
Mars, you're terrible, Mars. You're so
I
terrible.
see Jalen Brunson listed 5 seconds after I just got told Luka doesn't have a team that it takes. Like, that was very coincidental.
That's
That's
not
all
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying, bro.
Very coincidental. But
Mars, you're just wow.
very coincidental. But I'm taking Jalen Brunson.
Chase.
I'm taking Tyler Herro.
Hero.
Jeremiah.
Brunson.
Dell.
Hero.
Dub.
Miami, baby.
Dell, this angle right now is crazy. After seeing how the Sixers performed
I
without
have to go this way. The Wi-Fi ain't been messing up right here.
just your camera angle. After seeing how the Sixers performed without Joel Embiid versus how they did with him in the lineup, Joel definitely deserves the MVP award. I don't know why he framed it like this. I think he meant, does Joel definitely deserve the MVP award, Mars?
Ron wrote these questions, didn't he?
Yeah.
This is a terrible question. No.
Jeez.
So is the question if he should be MVP?
So after seeing how the
Based
Sixers
on seeing
performed
the first two games.
without him versus how they perform with him, does he deserve the MVP award?
Not based off those 2 games. No, that isn't. Every superstar who leaves their team, the team probably would be worse. So no.
Euro.
Except for Memphis.
That's true.
Ja's not a superstar.
Oh, shit.
Touche. Touche.
Oh,
I mean, based off of those 2 games, I would say no, but you know.
Jeremiah,
What's the question, Jay?
I got you.
Question. So don't even ask me.
Say the question one more time, JD.
Based on how the Sixers perform with and without Joel Embiid. So obviously poor without him, better with him, clearly. Does he deserve the MVP based on how you see them with him and without him?
No.
Dub?
I'm a firm believer of don't counting the playoffs for a regular season reward. So no, I think Joel Embiid definitely deserves MVP in my opinion. But to base it off of what's happening in the playoffs, I don't agree.
All right, Mars, who's more important for the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins or Jordan Poole?
That's tough.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about this. I want to see y'all cap right now.
Wiggs.
Oh, you didn't. All right. That's good, man.
I mean, I'm honest about my team.
Cool. Okay.
I'm gonna go 2.
You go who?
I'm going Wiggins.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Andrew.
Oh wow, I didn't expect it to go like this.
I gotta sit up. Hold on.
What?
I didn't. No, I thought I was gonna be on this boat by myself.
Okay.
No,
wait. Can I ask you guys something? Wait. I want to ask first.
No,
Del, please let me ask this. So
we might ask the same question.
We got Steph, Clay, and Wiggins. Those are the 3 most important. Oh, and Draymond.
Steph, Draymond, Clay, Wiggins.
We got Jimmy. Bam.
Oh, okay.
We're going to the same
Who's
place.
third?
Keep going.
Who's
Hero.
third?
You said Herro, right?
Herro.
Okay.
So you guys saying that Jordan Poole is way better when the guy you're naming is the
I never said way better.
Nasty context, Ben, my friend. Nasty context, Ben.
This is what y'all saying. Not me.
I speak to Jeremiah.
I did say way better. Talk directly to me. I'm listening.
Yeah, he's the way better guy.
I just don't see a guy who's
more
the
than
third.
one person said way better.
I was joking.
I said way better too.
All I heard was
I said way better.
This is what I heard. I heard way better. I agree. Yeah, I agree too. That's what I heard.
Right.
I said I'm a Warriors fan, so I'm biased, and I got Jordan Poole.
But that's all I heard, bro. I'm just
so
saying,
that's where you
bro.
wanted to go with it, because
Yeah,
I think
because it just doesn't make sense.
Tyler
man.
Herro.
Well, you can be better
fifth
than
on the
another
Warriors
player
as well.
and not be as important to your team. Like
Tyler Herro would be 5th on Golden State as well.
He would.
Yes.
But Jordan Poole 5th,
And Jordan
you
Poole
gonna
would be
say that you
3rd
gonna
on the
diss
Miami Heat.
Herro
So
like
what we
that?
doing?
You going to dismiss Herro like that?
What do you mean? I think
he's
a great
Dub,
player. I think he's
you
the
know,
fifth most
man,
important
you
player.
came hard for the Heat. I love it too, man. Like that's what you're supposed to do. But you know, this is nasty, bro. This is not the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't see this isn't where I thought you was going with that.
Why is it not the same thing though?
It's not because Mars just laid it out. If you swap them, Poole will be 3rd on the Heat and Herro will be 5th on the Warriors.
It's the same. They'd be in the same spot.
It goes back to
like
my
what? Like that doesn't change. Like
in terms of importance to the team, that doesn't prove that Herro is better.
No, the fact that y'all said way better and y'all realizing that Poole is on a team where he's not like viable or asked for that much. Like he's not that important per se based on his surrounding. And for a person that doesn't have that same kind of help.
That just that just means we're not looking at none of that. We're just looking at this guy's talent and potential and skill set and everything like that.
So you're into hypotheticals is what you're looking into.
That's not a hypothetical to say that
Jordan
Poole is more talented than Tyler Herro.
If you want me to say Herro is better because the Heat needs Herro more than the Warriors need.
I don't want y'all to say that. I want y'all to understand that the way better is just all I'm arguing.
Yeah. Well, I'm not on the way.
I can take the way off and just say better.
I'm on the better.
Well, it's cool. I want y'all to say the word wash. It's a wash. And then we'll be okay.
I shall not lie.
Mars, you just proved my point, bro. You said that they're literally the same player, bro.
No, I said they would both be ranked in the same place in terms of importance on the team.
Del, who's more important on the Warriors, Wiggs or Poole?
I'm gonna take Jordan Poole just for y'all. I really don't care.
And what about for you?
Wiggins.
And you call us nasty.
No, but you knew what I was doing. I like laid it out before.
Of course.
Yeah.
W going Wiggs?
You already know.
Is that
bro.
a sweep? Zay in the clutch donating through the super chat. Not sure if y'all have done this comparison, but if not, could y'all do one of the three? KG versus Giannis, AI versus Harden, Kawhi versus Kobe. I think he's asking for the verses that we usually do. I think we've done AI versus Harden, or he might have been in a trio. I can't remember.
KG Giannis would be crazy. I'd love to do that.
KG.
Yeah, let's do that one.
KG Giannis. I don't know that we've done, and
Hashtag Zay
versus-
for Mod 2022.
Kawhi versus Kobe would be interesting. So I'm gonna put that in the notes. KG versus Giannis sounds like we might want to do, and maybe we could do that next show. Put that. Where the heck is it? Oh, over here. KG versus Giannis. Current news. Tyler Herro. We talked about this last show. He won 6th Man of the Year. Shaq says that Tyler Herro's in the same conversation as Luka Doncic and Trae Young. Curious to hear you guys.
What conversation is that?
You tell me.
Yeah.
Players drafted in 2018.
Mars, you got it, bro. You got it.
I mean, we all know he's not that level of player. I think even Dub knows that. So
yeah,
I mean, he can catch up to Trae Young, but yeah.
Well,
I mean, you're talking about players carrying their teams. So I don't understand why.
I don't know. I need to understand what he meant by that. What same conversation is this,
bro? I don't know. Offensively, even offensively, I'm trying.
No, there's no conversation that he enters.
I'm trying to find the perspective about the overhype with Trae Young. This is where I think it's I don't even know the word. I think it's relatable.
But this is where it applies.
Tyler Herro say he wanted to be in these conversations.
What do you mean for overhyping Tyler? You mean
for sure?
Yeah,
you're putting him in the same breath as Trae and
he
Luka?
asked for this though, did he not? Before
he
the
did
season?
ask for that.
He said he wanted to be in the conversation. So maybe Shaq's just saying, "Oh, here you go. You won 6th Man of the Year. Now you're in the conversation."
Yeah, putting that pressure on him. Crazy.
I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. Even still, with that award, like Trae, he's never been 6th man because he's not a 6th man kind of guy. Like, it's a different. He's in a different lane altogether. Same with Luka.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
It's weird. I agree.
Hong Coward says Giannis is currently better than Kobe Bryant was during his prime years.
What?
Heavy disagree. Heavy disagree.
What he say?
Giannis right now is better than prime Kobe.
No, what did these
Mars,
I said no comment.
Like you want to agree.
No.
Mars, you want to agree?
Whoa.
Mars does this peak for peak. This is the best 3 years.
No. Mars said no comment, but he's looking like he want to.
No, I don't have Giannis over Kobe. Yeah.
You got Giannis top 10?
He's 11.
Wow.
What's Kobe?
9.
Oh, you got him 2 levels behind Kobe. That's crazy, bro.
All time, Mars.
That's
who's 10?
KG.
Bro, there's no way. You got him 2 spots behind Giannis, bro.
That hurt me bad.
I mean, you got 2 spots ahead of Giannis, bro.
Yes.
You don't think that that's a crazy gap?
What do you mean crazy gap?
You won't think that that's a crazy gap to put Kobe 2 spots ahead of Giannis?
It should be smaller or bigger? What are you trying to ask?
It should be way bigger, bro. Kobe?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Kobe? Yeah.
Okay, we talking about? Are we talking peak for peak, like 2-3 year stretches?
He said
Mars is also very specific when it comes to the peak and like
I'm talking about peak Kobe and peak Giannis. Yeah.
So what's peak Giannis? 19, 20, 21, 20, 21, 22?
2021, 22. That's why I said I need to see Giannis finish this season before I say anything. That's why I said no comment.
Because you can't measure any stats. That's why.
But how do you know? But how do you know? Like, what if Giannis is? Hold on. What if Giannis improves? Let Mars. This is what I don't get about your peak. What if improves?
Peak changes.
Okay, so what if he has an off year in the middle of like him? Like, let's say he has 2 great seasons, right? He has 1 trash one, and then he has that 4th season where he just like completely outshines his performances from the first 2 seasons. Is that like, how does the peak, like, how do you rate the peak? Because isn't that broken up then? Like
I mean,
a peak is like a solid, like it has to
I'd
be.
rate it lower because it's instead of like that, it's like that. See what I
See,
mean?
as articulate as you are, for you to say all at this shit, like, lets me know that
Yeah, I
what
mean,
you
I
what
said-
you
I
going
said
on.
I'd-
This is
I
crazy,
said
bro.
I said I'd rate it lower because a peak should be all at one level. It should be increasing. It shouldn't increase, decrease, and then increase. That's a lower peak for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna.
So you average that out then.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
So,
But
my
isn't that then just prime?
No,
because that, like, the prime
would be more
stretches
extended.
over.
Yeah, if you want me to rank primes, then that would be a different list. I just don't do that.
So, but what I'm saying is, like, based off of this alone, I'm just, for clarification for me, how does that differ from a prime, like the definition? Because a prime is the same thing. You can have great years in your prime, and you can have like less good years, and stretched over a period of time, you have to average that out.
Most players in my top 10 don't have a bad year in their peak. I wouldn't use that as any player's peak. They're all just 3 great years together. So that's
why is it just 3?
Because I think 1 year anything can be a fluke. You can have one good year. Julius Randle, he's my go-to example all the time. 2 years, I don't mind 2 years. I just think the playoff sample size is too small. 2 playoff runs is not enough. So I think I'd say 3 to 5 years is anywhere. I think that's an acceptable range for a peak. I just go with 3, personal preference.
Are there players that you rate like high, whatever, that have had extended peaks?
Yeah,
like 6 years.
Mike, Bron, Kareem,
Kobe.
Okay. So with LeBron, because we know his longevity, like how long is his prime then?
Prime, I'd say 11 years.
I think he's still in his prime.
Yeah, I disagree wholeheartedly. But
I disagree with that too.
I think he still is.
Yeah,
Jeremiah, what you gotta say? You've been itching. You've been itching this whole time.
Okay, so you rank players based solely on like their peaks, Mars, right?
When I rank the best players, yes. Greatest is a different list. But
okay, so what if we came upon a player who maybe he had a great peak,
and he was trash the rest of his career,
and then outside of that he was less than?
He'd still be ranked highly on my best players.
Okay, so there is a player I have in mind, Kawhi Leonard.
Brandon Roy.
I feel like he fits that.
Kawhi's in my top 15.
Okay.
All right.
I think I'm consistent.
Hold on, don't move on. No.
We're moving on.
I just wanted to make sure you were at least being consistent.
Oh, I'm 100% consistent.
No, he's always going to be.
It's all peaks.
You can't even.
all going to be peaks.
He's always going to be consistent with that. My thing is, I don't know what you've seen, bro, to only have Kobe only 2 spots above Giannis.
Is Derrick Rose top 20 in your peak list all time?
No.
Oh, his peak was pretty high. No,
not for 3 years, not really.
Okay,
for that 1 year, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, Julius.
Like his benchmark is at least 3. So
you have a benchmark of 3 years. Okay.
But Allen Iverson is not in your top 20.
No.
Jesus. I don't get that.
I agree with that.
Moving on.
I don't think he has a
If he goes by
I'm not
peak?
about. Yeah, I have 20 players who I have over Allen Iverson. I'm not gonna read them off.
I'm with you.
All right.
I'm with you on that, Mars.
Desmond Bane.
I have 27.
Desmond Bane
27
says Steph
peak?
Curry's the only
what
3-point
about
shooter who's better than him.
since we always bring him up? What about players like Grant Hill?
He is
a very good peak as well.
He's in my top. He'd be right around where Russell Westbrook is, so 25 to 30.
Go ahead, JD, because I gotta go.
Yeah, Desmond Bane says Steph Curry's the only 3-point shooter who's better than him.
Whatever.
I like the confidence.
He's delusional though, but I like it.
Whatever.
Crazy.
Nah, he's nice.
I don't know,
Whatever.
percentage-wise.
I won't call it delusional coming from his own mouth, speaking about himself. It's just it is what it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like the confidence.
I
but
respectfully disagree.
And
He definitely was like, yeah, that's definitely me because of that. I forget what it was. Like in the third quarter, he just pulled some crazy like 40-footer or something. I was like, what are you doing? Like out of a break, but whatever.
he is him. Antoine Walker on the Grizzlies versus Warriors series. I think Steph is the 3rd best player in the series. I don't know. I don't know who 1
Who's
and 2 is.
What's up?
I don't know.
Who's 1 and 2?
Good
Poole?
question.
Probably Ja and Poole.
Right.
Probably.
Right.
I mean, cool.
Draymond
Whatever.
Green I don't think everybody in this league wants to win. That's not a thing I believe. I don't believe everyone wants to win.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Bag chasing.
Oh, Anthony Towns.
Ben Simmons has a successful back surgery for his herniated disc. Thank God. I can't wait to watch Ben Simmons play basketball next year, hopefully.
What's the recovery time on that? I heard something
I
about
heard
like
it was
2 or 3 weeks.
I heard it was like 3-4 months. That's what I heard.
Yeah, 4 months, 3 to 4 months. Facts.
I just think it's crazy that they were trying to say he was going to play in a playoff game and he got back
With a
surgery
herniated
a week
disc.
and a half later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
No sense.
Well, no, you could play through L5, L4 herniated disc. My boy is doing it right now in Greece. You actually can.
That's crazy.
You could
Maybe
do it.
maybe
Yeah.
they were also trying to play mind games, just like, hey, Ben Simmons might come in.
You could.
They were trying to.
It's a lot of warm up core work exercise, but you could definitely play with it.
Oh, okay.
John Morant joins LeBron James. Kobe Bryant is the only players with multiple 45-point games in the playoffs before turning 23 years old. Luka Doncic, all-time points per game leader, 33.5. In second place, Michael Jordan with 33.4 points per game. I think that's playoffs. Didn't specify,
Yeah, it
but
is.
yeah.
Luka's a
Big
better
sample
playoff
size.
scorer than Mike.
There's a real big sample size.
He's not
difference
done
there.
yet. Yeah, he's not done yet.
No,
Like,
but to some people you could say that and they would agree, based on the number of he's 1 and Mike is 2.
yeah,
It's
that's-
peak 3
I mean,
years, right,
If
Mars?
people want to get nasty, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
peak is 3 years.
3 years,
And-
right, Mars? So he's
Yep.
a top 5 playoff performer.
I mean, he's made out of the first round once.
Oh, okay.
No, scorer.
Score.
No, there's a lot of empty stats.
Kendrick Perkins says Russ stopped talking to him after he suggested the Lakers should trade him instead of LeBron and AD. Some members of the
Kendrick-
Lakers. Go ahead.
I mean, Kendrick is right. But
He became tight, bro. I don't want to get into Kendrick Perkins. bro.
Kendrick Perkins has had some crazy takes. Like some of the stuff he says, I'm like, damn, Kendrick. But you know what? It is what it is. I respect it. Some members of the Lakers discussed trading for Kyrie earlier this season. That would have been interesting.
That's not even possible.
Last one.
Earlier in the season, yeah.
Last one. Los Angeles Clippers and forward Robert Covington have agreed to a 2-year, $24 million contract extension.
I think if they get Kawhi and PG back fully healthy next year, I think they're one of the 2, maybe 3 best teams in the league.
Chase has to get up out of here. So before you leave, Chase, we got to get your top 10.
All time or right now?
All time.
All right. I got LeBron number 1, Jordan 2, Kareem 3, Magic 4. I got Tim Duncan. No, I got Shaq 5, Tim Duncan 6, Kobe 7, Will 8, and then I have Hakeem 9 and KD 10.
There you go, Dale.
But Giannis is I have Steph Curry at 11, Giannis at 12, and if Giannis wins it, he's top 10.
Fire.
Knocking who off?
He'll knock KD back to 11.
Okay.
He'll knock KD 11, 12. So this season determines like Giannis' resume is already crazy at 27. And I'm with Mars. I got Kawhi top 15 too.
So what if Steph wins the title? Does he go over KD?
Yeah, he goes over KD. This season kind of determined where I was going to put the 2 right now at KD over because I feel like KD was the reason why they won in Golden State. But if Steph wins this year, then I have to put Steph over KD.
So rings weigh heavily into your decision.
Not the only heavily is with them 2 because the way I guess
Well, with them 3 because the person that's
Yeah.
getting knocked off, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like Giannis was eventually going to pass him anyways. Like for me, my rings threshold is like 4. When you win like if you win 4, like to me, when people say Jordan's better than LeBron with 6 compared to 4, like I just think it's kind of dumb because Jordan was in the league for more than 6 years. So I just feel like you have to win a certain amount of rings as the best player.
Wait. I can get behind that. So anybody who has 4 and up is like, it don't matter. It's like 1.
It don't matter.
What about the difference between 11 and 2?
11 and what?
11 and 2. What about the difference between
Like 11 rings?
Yeah. What about
Bill Russell to Wilt? That's why he is asking that. If you didn't know,
that is right.
It's so that's a nasty one because like obviously I wasn't allowed to watch that, but like looking back and everything, Bill's team has like 4 or 5 top 75 players ever, and Wilt dominated Bill every time they played for the most part. So which is why that's why I have Wilt over Bill. Bill's hard for me to rank though, because like everything I've seen, like reading wise and stuff like that, it showed that Wilt just owned them. But like when that Bill played with so many great players, they just won a lot of rings.
Why do you have?
I don't know.
Braun
I don't
over
know.
Mike? That's all I want to know. Like your reasons for that.
Wait, what'd you say?
Why do you have
Braun
Braun
over Mike?
I have Braun over Mike because I feel like a better basketball player than him. Like he brings like if I had to pick one player, like play like just build my team around, like I'm building my team around LeBron before Mike. Just I feel like he brings more to the table. And I understand Jordan has the all defensive, but like LeBron first off should have won the defensive player of the year that year. He lost to
I think so too. Marc Gasol. I think
pound for pound, they both are like head, and it's super close. Like defensively, they bring something different. Jordan's obviously on ball. LeBron control more, but I think just in terms of the playmaking and leadership and stuff like that, I feel like it's a lot. I have LeBron. Like if I have LeBron right here, Jordan's like right here. But like them two are like right here, and then Kareem's like a little bit under them. But them three are like
you're a top 3. Yeah,
they're ahead of everybody else. And then Magic and Shaq will be 4 and 5.
Can you explain why Magic is 4, but Larry Bird doesn't even make the list?
You got Magic above Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe 7.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kobe.
wow.
I just think Magic, like his versatility, like I said, that's a lot of like rings play a part in mine, but like in terms of a basketball player, Bird will he be 14? He'd be right behind Giannis for me. Birds are great to me, but I just think like in terms of basketball versatility, Magic playing 1, 2 could play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When he did where he played the center in the finals, that kind of put like Magic really up there to me. And then like just watching like the show now and reading more about Magic, I feel like his versatility as a player there's players who can't even do now what he did back then.
Is that the reason why you'll have?
We take the show with a grain of salt, though, man, because they had Dr. J dunking on him with the Rock the Baby joint, and that definitely wasn't him. So, but whatever.
Kobe said, I don't know though, like where you want me to put Kobe because you feel like Mars disrespected him at 9, and I feel like when Kobe died, like a lot of people started putting Kobe in top 5 and stuff like that. And I don't feel like.
I hear that. All I'm saying when you talking about building a team and everything, right? And just as a better basketball player, and that's something that you're very keyed in on. I can't name anything that Magic is better than Kobe at other than passing.
He runs team better. He's a better defender than Kobe.
Playmaking Magic's a better defender.
You lost me. 100% you lost me.
I think he's a better. Not in terms of on ball, but I mean like versatility. Kobe's a great defender, but in terms of versatility and a point guard.
I'm about to leave, JD. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's wild to me.
In terms of versatility, you could say Kobe's a better on-ball defender, I'll say it, but like in terms of versatility and then just run the floor as a point guard, I just feel like there's a lot more you can do with 6'9" point guard. And I think Kobe's great, but I just think that like in terms of building my team, like I'd rather build around. It's close with all them all-time greats because it depends on situation who you put around them. Like obviously, if we're just playing around bums, I'm gonna pick Kobe because I think Kobe can carry bums better than Magic can. But if we're talking about like a starter-based team with like a solid that team that can compete with a good big man and stuff like that, I just feel like Magic ran the game for too long, and even at the end of his career, like he was still.
Kobe won with less talent.
Huh?
Kobe won with less talent on his team.
Why are you trying to change his list? All right, we're going to stop interrogating you.
I'm sorry.
We're going to stop interrogating you, Chase. I know you got to go spend time with the fam. Best of luck this year, man. If you guys didn't know, Chase is playing football at Michigan State, so I'll be rooting for you, bro. I don't really watch football like that, but
I'm sorry.
Fire.
But he left him?
He just bounced.
Yeah,
that was tight.
He left.
That was
damn,
sick.
man. I wanted to ask him his app, man, so we can, drop him a follow and all that.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got it. All right, Players Court. Let's get it.
I don't like Magic over Kobe.
Magic Johnson better defender than Kobe is. Wow.
That is wild.
I hate when
I get called a Kobe hater, but I mean,
don't you have Magic above Kobe?
Yeah, I do, but not.
Jesus Christ! I think
not because of he's a better defender. I mean, I've never said that.
We'll get into that.
Dell won last players court, right? I'm gonna go like this. Let's go Dell. Do you guys remember who was last? I think it was
me.
Dub. All right, let's go Dell.
I was second to last. Yeah.
Let's go Dell, Dub. Let's go Jeremiah, Euro, Mars. Dell, Dub, Jeremiah, Euro, Mars. All right. 24 seconds. Dell, we're starting with you. Which team would it be most heartbreaking to be a diehard fan of?
The New York Knicks. All my life, the Knicks been clobbering my hopes and dreams. They build me up to break me down. Feel like I'm playing Tetris with my emotions and my heart. The New York Knicks, man. Being a fan of the Knicks has been tough, but John Starks, Allen Houston got me here, and I'm gonna ride it out.
I feel you, Dell. Dell went the emotional route, man. He getting all sympathy points right here.
Nah, it's the truth. You act.
It is the truth, man.
Knicks fans got it bad.
Dub on you.
I'm gonna go with the people right around the corner. The Sixers fans. I feel as if they go through waves of being promising but never being able to fully grasp that championship level. Then they go through years of literally being completely and utterly garbage. I think that's one of the most heartbreaking things that can happen to a franchise and to a team. I'm an Eagles fan, so I understand a little bit of that with the Sixers. So Sixers fans for definitely.
Jeremiah,
I'm gonna go with the Sacramento Kings. I can't remember the last time anybody said anything good about them. Like, they haven't been in the playoffs in a decade. They haven't even won a playoff series since 2002, and we're in 2022. That's 2 decades. Like, you're continuously, year in and year out, have high draft picks and continue to be absolutely atrocious. So,
Euro.
I'm gonna go with the Los Angeles Little Brothers. They are doomed to be in second place in that market. They will never, ever be able to get up out of that hole. No matter what they do, they can rebrand, they can do whatever. It doesn't matter. The Clippers are just always going to be a heartbreaking franchise to root for, in my opinion.
Mars.
I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they've made the playoffs 2 times since Kevin Garnett left. 2 times since maybe like 2004. They have a habit of doing everything possible to not be good. They draft relatively well, but they seem to draft players who don't want to be there. And then once they fizzle out, they go into better things, and it's just a heartbreaking cycle to be a part of.
Chat, I need you guys to put names in the chat, and then the most names that I see, I'll put into a poll. But we got to get quick zaps.
Why you always bring football in it? Like, there's some kind of correlation.
Oh, I'm an Eagles fan, so I understand the Sixers fans.
Exactly. What correlation?
I understand where you sit here and have the ball, and then they drop the fucking ball. It's so heartbreaking, bro, as a Sixers fan, and I see this firsthand. You have the ball sometimes, and y'all just drop it. It's like, dang, bro. Like, I really feel bad for y'all. And then after y'all drop the ball, there's nothing left. You're done, bro. You're trash. Like, yo, that's hurtful. Knicks is like that too.
All right, polls up. Dub and Mars were the only names that I saw in the chat.
There are a lot of bad teams. I feel like the Pacers could have been a good pick too.
Oh yeah,
especially.
I was praying the Kings were gonna fall to me somehow.
Wait. We need to define heartbreaking.
No, Dub, don't ask questions. Don't ask questions. Because if I ask the exact same question, I'm gonna be told I'm cheating.
I feel like y'all just named trash franchises and that's it.
I mean,
I can elaborate on the Pacers.
Pacers would have been you picked the Pacers?
No, I didn't.
Pacers would have been phenomenal.
The Clippers. He picked the Clippers.
The Clippers.
Clippers wasn't bad too. I like the Clippers.
Right.
Yeah.
Dub got zapped.
I mean, I liked all the picks.
Yo, I'm done, bro.
I mean, I think the Sixers were the worst pick.
Crazy Philly loss. I don't see how a team loses and labels something the process and they're not heartbreaking.
But that's what Dub should have said, dog. The second I heard you say Philly, I was like, process. Say process. Yeah. But you didn't.
If me saying you have the ball here and you drop it, that's what I'm talking about.
You said that after the fact, though. You start talking about the Eagles and shit. It's like, okay.
Bro, I said, literally, I sit here and said within that description that you sit here have things going for yourselves, and then you lose it, and then you just go, you know what, I'm done.
All right,
we just had this we had this conversation that day. Hardest place to play for, like team, like it was the Knicks, Philly, and somebody said something else. And Philly didn't get voted off. So for him to go now is just kind of gross.
Dell.
Philly was a good pick. I just felt like he could have phrased it better.
Explain, bro. Come on, bro. Yo.
All right, round 2. Dell, what coach has the hardest job in the second round of the playoffs?
Doc Rivers. I think Doc being able to control what he got to control, knowing what lies. If he loses, he might be gone, knowing they got whispers of Dan and Tony coming in, him losing series that he's supposed to win. I think Doc has the most pressure of every coach and the toughest job right now.
Jeremiah.
I'm gonna go with Taylor Jenkins at the Memphis Grizzlies. I think stopping Steph is always the tallest task. Combine that with nobody expects them to win the series. I think that makes it tough on you. Your star's injured right now. You're a huge underdog. But the biggest thing is, stopping Steph is as much pressure as it gets.
Euro.
I'll go with Udoka. I think the fact that he is coaching the Celtics, which is like a huge franchise, there's a lot of pressure behind that. Them, trying to make it happen. The Bucks, obviously, the defending champions. So with the defense that they've exemplified in the first round, and everybody expecting them to be, very competitive this round, I think there's a lot of pressure on them too.
Mars.
I'm gonna go with Monty Williams. I think he has the pressure on him to hopefully help Chris Paul get to his goal. His legacy is predicated on that one ring. Monty Williams, he has a lot of pressure to get that ring. I think he's done a great job in the regular season, but if he loses now in the second round after going to the finals with a lot of injured teams, do they see that run as fraudulent? Do they question his credentials as a coach a little bit? Do they maybe see him as a coach that can't win a title? I think that's a lot.
24 seconds. Ooh, chat. Ooh, chat. Who's getting that?
Why'd you react like this, Mars?
Because every good coach got taken. This is a terrible.
Yeah.
There's 8 coaches, and I get left with the 5 that are going to win the series, and Jason Kidd, who has no pressure since it's his first season.
Yeah.
Pulls up, chat.
Tough one.
This might be a quick zap.
I have no chance in that one.
Tough one. I did like the way you swung it though.
It should have been me.
You did the best you could.
I mean, yeah, but people don't listen to the argument. They just listen to the name. It's casuals, so it's cool.
Wow, the people that always helping you, you're calling them
They are 100% casuals.
Wow, Mars, you're turning your back on the group chat.
This chat is 100% casuals. Twitch chat is better. Bring back Twitch.
JD did bring it back the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and it was good. I know the chat was cooperating.
And then he said no.
Mars got zapped. I hate this one. This is kind of one that we've already done, but you know what? This is players' court. This is what happens. Dell, Jeremiah, Euro. Dell, what is the best food/snack you can get at the concession stand of a basketball game? Just to put clarity around this, because the last time we asked something like this, it was nasty. You have to name a specific food or snack.
What? So you can't name a food?
I'm like a food or snack. Like you can't say
like a type of food.
Like you can't say like
candy.
Yeah, exactly. Like the last time.
Okay. Because I was confused what you were saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Food or snack. All right. At a basketball game. Your time.
At a basketball.
Yep.
Starts
now.
I'll say a beer.
Fire.
I'll say a beer at a basketball game.
All right. Jeremiah.
I'm gonna say nachos, just because I was at the Timberwolves game the other day, and like you have to eat it with 2 hands. You have to hold the container with the cheese with one hand, take a chip out, dip it. So it's like you can't even like cheer or like really pay attention to the game. I feel like, so I'm gonna go nachos.
What up, fam? I thought it's like the best food, not the worst food.
It is.
You just described worse food, didn't you? Okay.
I'll use now to say Dallas are up 12 at the end of the first quarter.
I thought it was worse.
Fire. It was best.
Best.
It was best. Do we give him redemption round? Do we give him redemption?
I thought it was worse. My bad.
I mean,
I hate
Nachos
this
is a good one.
I don't
Nachos
know,
is a good
bro.
one.
I don't know.
I mean, you guys are
God,
still
So
in
if
it.
you fold this one, this is gonna be wild.
I'm definitely folded. I hate this.
You're
I hate this.
24 seconds.
Am I
start
going?
out. Yeah.
I'm gonna go hot dog, I guess.
The glizzy.
The glizzy. To Jeremiah's point, I'm gonna do you a favor. You know, he was talking about eating it with two hands. You can eat the glizzy with two hands too, bro.
Wildin', bro.
I said beer because I went to the game with Dub, and we had this and beers and hot dogs.
Beers and hot dogs. Yep.
Damn, I thought they said worse, not best. My bad.
I love that Corona.
Beer was fire, man. I'm not gonna lie. You didn't even have to explain.
Nah, that was a perfect one.
Yeah.
Euro glizzy.
That's
going crazy.
The glizzy is
That's
actually
going crazy.
might top the beer just off of the explanation alone.
You know, I should get some love just off of that.
Yeah, I'm out of here for sure.
All right, we got 43 votes. Euro 42%, Jeremiah 40%. It's a close one. We're gonna let this one roll out. Come on.
Wow, there's a lot of homosexuals.
Not
I mean, homophobic people. Homophobic
Love
people.
is
my
love.
bad.
Love is love. You said that out loud for real.
My bad.
What do you eat at a game though, for real? Because I only ever get
Popcorn.
beer.
Beer was perfect. Pizza's a good one. Hot dogs was
Pizza
nice.
is a good one at a best, yeah.
Yeah.
Popcorn's good too.
Oh, bro, I don't really go to mini basketball games anymore because obviously Sonics aren't here. But the sporting events that I go to, I'll usually get like Mariners games. I get these clam chowder bowls. It's crazy in a sourdough bread bowl. It's crazy. All right, Jeremiah got zapped. All right, we got.
Oh snap! That's crazy. Glizzy gang, stand up.
Dell.
Hey, I gotta sit down.
Dell versus Euro. 30 seconds, final round. Final round question. Dell, not including the Celtics. Which team that is down 2-1 has the best chance of winning their series?
I'm gonna go with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm gonna go with the Dallas Mavericks because they seem to have I think they have a coach that understands what it takes to win a basketball game. They have a player who I think could win a couple basketball games himself in Luka Doncic. So I'm gonna go with Dallas Mavericks.
Euro.
I'll go with the Philadelphia 76ers for the simple fact that Embiid is obviously back, provided he's, staying healthy. We talked about Maxey. We talked about all the other guys contributing. I think the Sixers can make it a series and actually come back.
All right, chat. Who's getting zapped? Last round, Dell versus Euro.
Why did he say minus Boston though? Like,
yeah, I hated that question.
I hated a couple.
Why did he say minus Boston? Like, what was the?
I guess because they're the obvious answer. I guess.
No, I think it's
the
because
obvious answer too.
I don't think it was really no obvious in that one. That might have been the worst final question we ever had.
Making the second person pick one of only two options is never going to be a good.
It was three options though.
Yeah, but that means because you pick one, that means Euro only has a 50-50 on who to pick. So,
for Euro, got you.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
What do you mean? Because Memphis is definitely not going to come back.
No, it's just that when you have less options to pick from,
I had three to pick. You had two.
It's like the.
But that's the nature of players' court, though. Like, I mean, that's basically the same thing that got you out, right?
I just went out because chat casuals, but.
But still, like you said, though, you had no good coach to choose.
Yeah, going last is a big disadvantage.
Especially with the nasty questions where there's a limit limit to what you can choose.
Man, all I know is y'all be holding me, bro. I'm talking to chat right now. Y'all really be holding me. That's crazy.
Who should have lost in the first round? What's the
Sacramento?
Okay,
Sacramento or Euro, because based off of their logic, Euro didn't even provide an explanation. It's ridiculous.
Wow, what you mean?
What's going on, JD?
My explanation was
40.
You don't remember my explanation?
46 votes, 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you heard,
So what
then
we doing?
You checked out after that.
Another
I
one?
did explain.
I'm trying to wait for this to get up to like 60 votes, see where we can go. Let's go, chat.
Bet.
Let's go, chat. I know there's a bunch of y'all in here. Make sure you vote. There's a poll in the chat. Also, look, can we get the likes up, chat, while we're at it? Vote and then like do a little vote, a little like.
Let's start walking to the elevator.
This is starting to.
'Cause I gotta go.
Oh my god! And then right as we have 5 more votes.
You got a game, Dale?
Let's get to 60. Get to 60.
Nah. I gotta go somewhere with one of my teammates.
5 more votes. Oh, here we go. 63. Wow, that was close. Dell's in winner's circle though.
Wow, back to back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
man. I've been doing my thug thizzle in the player's choice, yo. So I need whoever did the scores to send the scores back and see where I'm up right now. You know, but to change the name to Delroy's choices.
Yeah, chat. I don't know why it says 50-50 now, because when it was at 64 and then I ended it.
That's crazy. I'm getting cheated again.
No, it was 52-48 when I ended it, and then I end it, and then it says 50-50. So I don't know why it's doing that. But
love is love, and I'm out of here.
Jeremiah,
y'all doing me dirty again. That's crazy.
Jeremiah, can we get your top 10?
Yeah, let's do it. I got Mike at 1, LeBron at 2, Kareem at 3, Bill Russell at 4, Tim Duncan at 5, Shaquille O'Neal at 6, Kobe at 7, Hakeem at 8, Larry Bird at 9, and I'm gonna go Steph at 10.
You got Bill Russell and Stephen Curry in a top 10?
Yes.
Yo, I need to hear this.
Very justified. I love both of those additions.
I
love both of those
okay,
inclusions. Yes, Bill Russell 4 is perfect.
I mean,
maybe
is
third.
Will up there?
No, get Will out of here. What do you mean?
Wilt's not up there?
Never should be. Never in life. Sorry, Jeremiah, go on.
No, I got actually Wilt at 13. I got KD at 12. But so on the Bill Russell point, like, you know, obviously the greatest winner in NBA history. But I think other than that, if we're just talking about impact on your team's defense, I think he's got a conversation as the greatest defender in NBA history as well. Really good playmaker. I think he was the best player in his era by a country mile, in my opinion. And I think that people will always use like the Hall of Famers, but those guys are Hall of Famers because of Bill, not the other way around. Like those guys are Hall of Famers because they have 6, 7 championships, and they have those championships because Bill Russell was the best player in the era by a country mile, like I said before. So I think combining his impact, combining the winning, combining his case as maybe the greatest defender ever, I think that's
never. Want to know why?
He played against plumbers. But
infancy basketball. That's exactly what was.
Jeremiah, you have the best list I've ever heard on this show.
No, you do not.
Including my list, you have the best list.
I'm sorry, like Jeremiah, like respect to you and everything. I have a hard time putting them guys back in the 60s in the top 10 list because at the end of the day, bro, when I sit here and watch a 60s game,
okay. Here's my thing. Let's go this route.
Wait, did you say Magic?
My thing about
sorry, did you say Magic?
What?
Did you say Magic? Did you say have Magic on your list? I don't know if I heard him.
I do not have Magic in my top 10.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
No. Okay, so I'll get to the Magic point because that's pretty specific. But on the Bill Russell point, I want to be judging players based on things they could actually control. Bill Russell couldn't control when he was born. Bill Russell couldn't control who else was good at basketball other than him. Bill Russell couldn't control, who coaches are, front offices, teammates are, none of that. I want to judge a guy based on the things that were in his control, the things that he could fix or change. I think if we're going to start judging players based on things they can't control, we're just randomly ranking players in whatever order suits our fancy. So that's that's why I hate the era comment, is because it's like the dude can't control when his parents, decided to have a child. You know what I mean? Like, so
I feel that.
On the era thing. So on the Magic point, a lot of people don't like that I have Magic inside my top 10. My thing is, it's hard to separate Magic from the talent he played with, especially when he was really good in his prime, winning championships, winning MVPs. You still had maybe not a prime Kareem, especially later on, but it's still really good Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think James Worthy is maybe one of the most underrated players in NBA history, in my opinion. I think he was a lot better than people ever gave him credit for. And so, like, Magic doesn't have a big sample size of a lot of success without, really good auxiliary pieces around him, in my opinion. The way that some of the other guys that I have in the top 10, combine that with the fact that I think wasn't a great defensive player. I think he could level up his scoring in moments, but wasn't a super high volume scorer. I think he's the greatest passer ever, but I don't think he's the greatest point guard in NBA history. I think Steph's passed him in that way.
Tough.
Jesus, we might have to have a whole.
I like your list.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we might have to have a whole show about your top 10.
Yeah,
because
that's great.
I need to ask you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who would you pick, Shaq or Bill Russell?
All time I got Bill Russell ahead of Shaq. But
who would you pick? Like,
no, so see, you're asking better player. His list is greatest players. Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're right, Mars.
Yeah, so better and greatest is different. Because when I say my list, it's always better
so
players. If I have greatest players, it's a different list completely.
Yeah, greatest and best is different in my opinion. I'm talking about greatness.
And greatness.
Yeah.
Word. Okay,
that's why I like your list, because my greatest list is very similar to yours.
Yeah, if you guys ask me the best 10 players in NBA history, my list would probably look a lot different.
Oh, okay.
When you say greatest, well then what a guy accomplished, championships, MVPs, those things start to come into account. So
facts. That's facts.
I got a question for you too.
Yeah.
I got two questions. Number one, what's your allegiance?
Huh?
Do you
have
an allegiance? I don't know.
Like,
if
are
he
you
does.
Dell Minion, a JD disciple? Like, what are you?
I don't know if he has one.
I don't even know it.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. And so here, no, we don't care about that. I just want to know. Why do you think it is that I always get cheated in players' court?
Oh my god!
Where did this come from?
I'm not over this. I'm reading back the chat.
That is
JD,
the craziest curveball.
Did you hear what I said?
It was 50-50.
Nope. When I was looking at it, 64 votes. It was 52-48 on my screen. So I ended it at 64 votes with the 48-52. And then when it ends, 64 people still. And for some reason, it decides to say 50-50. So
I mean,
I can
numbers
read
don't
it
lie,
my
man.
way. Exactly. 48-52. Numbers don't lie.
50-50, bro.
Numbers.
I mean,
it's right there, dog. I have a screenshot, bro.
I know.
52%
I should have screenshot whatever.
is
There's an asterisk.
33.28. That means 52% of 64 is 33.
It's crazy. It's
I don't know
crazy
how
how
there's
many
33.28
controversial
votes, but
judgments there have been in this
You're
players
right. I
call
think you're
involving
right.
me.
Euro's gonna have a.
I've gotten bumped for the Sixers, bro. I don't want to.
Euro's gonna
Dub,
have
you lost
a
fair
documentary about his players' court.
Euro was robbed.
Nah, but
Players' court experience.
Jeremiah,
Crazy.
like, real question, like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to know who is, because Euro was on a good question, but then he got sidetracked. Yeah. So since we're gonna have you pick your little allegiance right now. Out of everybody, been on 2 shows, correct?
3.
Three.
Three. Out of everybody here, me, Euro, Mars, Dell, and Shaq.
Whoa.
Which one do you say?
Oh, wow.
JD
And JD and Ron.
and Ron. You said low? That's not on the show.
I said Ron.
I thought JD said low.
I said hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. JD and Ron. Who do you agree with the most?
Whoa. No.
JD doesn't make
not,
takes.
It's not who do you agree with the most. It's whose allegiance would you align with.
Who do you fuck with the most? All right. We'll go with that.
Okay, so I feel like that's 2 different answers. I'll answer the who I agree with the most. oddly enough, I feel like I agree with Mars a lot, which is before I ever got on the show, like Mars was spitting crazy takes, and I'm like, this dude, no.
They get taken out of context.
Jeremiah, are you saying that in context of the clips that are posted?
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
Mars,
Right.
Mars, you say no. It's not out of context. You feel that.
It is out of context.
A lot of it
Yeah.
can be taken out of
So
context for sure.
Before I got on the show, I didn't think I would like really Mars any of his takes, but I found myself agreeing with him more than that I have anybody else so far.
Fire.
As far as like what's the other question? Like who I like the most? Was that the
Who do you
question?
fuck with
We
the
have
most? Like,
we have allegiances.
if you had to go into a battlefield, bro, who do you want to roll with?
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
I'm 5'7" and can't fight.
Not like that, but if you need somebody to have your
Dub's
back, maybe not
5'3".
to fight, but have your back in general, who you rolling with?
Dub keeps asking you
That's
different
tough.
questions, so I don't.
Cause we can't make it a fight thing because Dell is 6'9" and Shaq is over 6'4".
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I feel like the guy who like gets the most like excited and like defending his take seems to be Dell. So if that's the question, I'm gonna go Dell. As far as like who would I want.
Right. Del Rowe.
That's a bad take.
Del Rowe.
Yeah,
Del
that's a
Rowe,
bad
stand up. All right, man. We got to get out of here, man. Mother's Day. Everyone go spend time with your families. Final words.
This is for Euro.
Okay.
You can't
Mavs
say
in
that
7.
about yourself, bro.
Mavs in 7.
It's a whole campaign, though. You should see the chat, man. They're going crazy for me right now. I appreciate all the Euro steppers, man.
I'm with
Thank you, man.
I agree,
Martians and Euro steppers
Y'all
on the line, baby.
Nah. These are my last words. Y'all some damn hypocrites, bro. For real. Y'all be cheating me so many times, bro, and y'all gonna sit here and do
You've
this?
never been.
I just got cheated today. The Sixers,
No, you didn't.
bro?
You just
Oh
lost.
You
it.
just lost straight up.
We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
Teams.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to all the things, man.
That's
Have
all
a
y'all
great
did.
Mother's
That's
Day.
not depressing.
We're gonna get